Hello, everyone, and welcome to our once weekly show. My name is Michelle Marie, and I am both a Vedic and Western astrologer, as well as a tarot and oracle card reader. And I'm also well versed in Vedic remedies and mantras. And I am so excited to introduce the amazing
Oh my goodness.
Soul Alchemy Indigo Jaguar, Heather.
Hi.
Yay!
Boy, did I look different in that picture. That's when, I saw that and went, oh man, I remember back then wanting to get my hair colored and yay.
You
So from
look
gray
great.
to gorgeous.
Well, I'm thrilled to have you on.
Oh, thank you
Heather,
for
you can
having
find
me.
all of her links and descriptions in the chat, as well as all of these services and things that she offers. There are many. Additionally, Heather is an artist, so she creates beautiful paintings. If you guys saw me on Marina's show yesterday, we talked about the 3 paintings that Marina has bought
Oh,
from
she did?
her.
Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
yes, and beautiful
That's cool.
work. So she's not only an intuitive and a healer and a spiritualist, she is also she channels that through her art. So beautiful,
Yes.
beautiful stuff.
Thank you.
So yeah,
Thank you.
so I'm so excited to have you
I'm so
on.
excited to be here. Michelle was
Yay!
like a month and a half ago, would you like to be on my channel? I'm like, yes. And it's just like, oh boy, March is so far away. And boom, here's March now. We're
Yay!
almost way through it.
Yes,
So yeah,
definitely. So let's say hi to some people in the audience. We
sure.
have Arkana on. Good to see you, Arkana Rao. Welcome back. Aaron, you're first in line. We'll go ahead and get your question in. And Amanda, good to see
Amanda.
you. I hope baby is doing well. Lalima, you are second in line. Thank you very much. And then, yay, there's Heather
Beautiful.
checking in.
Yep.
So everyone, make sure to click on her link and subscribe while we're saying hi to everybody. Okay. And then we have
Oh, thank you.
Nancy on. Good to
Hi,
see you,
Nancy.
Nancy. Love. I gotta have Nancy on the show. I have to reach
Oh
out.
my God.
I
Nancy's
know that
so
would be
her
fun.
energy's so yummy. I love
I
it.
love it. I love watching her. Yeah.
Yes.
Joyful Jen. Good to
Hi,
see you, Joyful
Jen.
Journey. And oh, Shweta, good to see you. Oh, thank you so much for following me on my Vedic astrology. That's great. Yeah, just to let everybody know, I do shorts on all of the Vedic transits coming up. I'm going to put up another one tonight. I had one from yesterday, and whenever I see something big coming up, I try to get it in under a minute. So, Jessica is here. Good to see you, Jessica. Samantha, welcome,
I
Samantha.
love that owl.
I
That's
do
so cool. The
too. I've got
colors
owl.
are just
It's
fantastic.
gorgeous. It is. And I have owl feathers too, because
I
we have
have
a
one
horned
too.
owl. I know, aren't they awesome? They're so
Yes.
magical. JR is here. It's good to see you,
Hi, JR,
JR.
honey.
JR joined us on Marina's channel yesterday. And Jessica saw she's saying hi to everyone. Cowbell.
Uh-oh. That
I
can
don't
only
have a
mean one thing.
bluebird in reach.
I don't have my
But cowbell
bluebird,
is here.
but I got my magic crystal
There we
wand.
go.
There you go, Michelle.
Bing. He's like our fairy godmother. He's
Yeah.
just, yeah, we love
Bibbity
Gerald.
boppity boo.
Yep. Yep. There's actually it's a cat. I think it's called Boop Cat, and it's a cat that literally picks for his owner on TikTok and on
Oh my
YouTube.
goodness. That's
It's
cute.
the and he uses the funniest cards. It's a great channel, but yeah. Anyway, let's see, Boop Cat. All right. So yes, cowbell. So this is another one that you guys are going to want to follow. Okay. Highly entertaining, great guest. Um, he did a really great show on the Tarot of Oneness the other day. He had Robin the Creator on. Oh my gosh, because he did an unboxing of the
Hmm.
deck and we got to kind of see what was going on there. And Jamie had a lot to contribute as well, which, we always love her
Yeah,
commentary.
Jamie's fam.
Oh, she's hilarious. And she's just, yeah, I love her personality. But she had a lot of really good questions for the author, and a few of them were kind of like I like I think it was the Three of Wands, and there were like two, no, three. It was the Two of Pentacles, and there were three juggling things in
I
it.
saw that and I was kind of sitting there
Yeah,
going,
what is up with that card? And she explained it, so it was just really cool to
I
see
stepped
that.
in to say
So,
hi.
and we got a fan flip going. So there you go. Everyone's saying hi. And so Jonathan is starring all of your questions. So just
Hi,
to let
Jonathan.
he's in the background. He's our Tekananda. He's our troll killer. So
Pro Slayer.
basically, just to let everybody know, we have Aaron Whitefoot, and then we have Lalima. And then for lightning round, we have Joyful Journey and JR in first. If you tip, both Heather and I will spend a lot more time on you. And if you just want a simple question, we'll just go one at a time because otherwise we'll be here for hours. Okay. So All
That's a
right. So
lot
let
of work. People don't realize when you're tapping in, you get burnt out really quick.
well,
So,
and yeah, and we don't just yeah.
mhm.
We
We're happy to do it. We're
we
happy to
are.
be of service. But after like an hour or two, you're just kind of like,
And it's surprising how quickly time goes too when you're
it
reading as
does.
well. Like I was on Marina's show for over 2 hours yesterday and we were just like, "Whoa, how'd that happen?"
Hmm.
So, it happens for sure. So I don't wanna miss anybody. Oh, yay, Susan's here. Hi, Susan. Good to
That's
see you.
so
Oh,
good.
she's from
From
Tennessee. She's coming in.
Tennessee.
All right. Enjoy, love. That's awesome. All right. So while you guys put in your questions, I'm going to go ahead and go into the Vedic transits. And if there's anything you want to get for the collective, Heather, you're welcome to.
Sure.
Otherwise, we can go into. Okay, great. Awesome. All right. So these are just some major things coming our way. And don't worry, I'm going to get into the eclipse. Okay, guys? So the first thing we have, this is also, so this is occurring tomorrow. Okay. And I'm going to be posting this tonight. We have a Venus Saturn conjunction in sidereal Aquarius. And this takes place in, let me find the nakshatra, Shatabishak nakshatra. Okay. So this can bring a lot of stability, discipline, pragmatism, and relationships and finances. This promotes a lot of long term commitments and practicality. You have to watch for potential for coldness or detachment when expressing your emotions here. I would know I have an Aquarian moon. We can go ice cold when we have to like get things done. So just be aware of that energy. Vedic remedies like chanting Venus's and Saturn's mantras, wearing diamond or blue sapphire gemstones, and practicing patience can help mitigate these energies if you're feeling a little detached. Collectively, this is going to prompt a lot of societal restructuring, economic stability, and an adherence to societal values. So this is going to require some flexibility to adapt to some changing circumstances, but you can welcome this conjunction's potential for grounding, resilience, and perseverance. Long story short, get all your stuff done tomorrow before the eclipse hit. Get your house clean, take care of those bills, take care of everything tomorrow, okay? Because that is a great day in the next day. So basically, Thursday, Friday, get all of the material stuff out of the way and focus on the spiritual over the weekend into Monday, all right? And some mantras that you can do to help you get into that structured mode is this one is for Venus. Om Sham Shukraya Namaha. And then another one that you can do for Lord Shani, which is Saturn, is Om Pram Prim Pram Sa Shanishwaraya Namaha. And you can do those via a mala, which is 108 beads. I'll show you one of mine. And I put tiger on mine because I'm working on my solar plexus, but it looks like this. Okay. And you can do your mantras 108 times. The best time to do Venus's mantras on Friday, and for Saturn, it's Saturn day, and Uranus Venus day. Okay. So then let's talk about the eclipse day. We have two major transits going on, not just the eclipse. Okay. That's why this is going to be a little intense. If you have anything in sidereal Gemini or Virgo, hold on to your hats, kids. Okay. So here's the first thing that's happening on the eclipse. Mercury is going through Gandanta, which is a big spiritual knot in between Aries and Pisces. Okay. And then right after the eclipse, he's going to go through it again in retrograde. So, and the eclipse is happening in Virgo, ruled by Mercury. So my heart goes out to the Virgos and the Geminis out there. My husband's got a Gemini rising, and I've got some stuff in Virgo too. So, anyways, long story short, Mercury's going through this Gandanta. This is going to bring some emotional turbulence, confusion, indecision. It can affect our communication and decision making. Be cautious of misunderstandings, impulsive actions. Vedic remedies like meditation, chanting Mercury's mantras. I'll give you one. And wearing emerald gemstones can help. Seek clarity through introspection to help mitigate through some of these challenges. Okay. Collectively, we can expect instability in broadcasting, societal discourse. It's going to require some patience and discernment. Embrace this very transitional page as this phase for an opportunity for inner growth, for reflection. Just stay grounded, okay? Because there's going to be some uncertainty and not so smooth navigation moving forward with the eclipse season, okay? So let's talk about the actual eclipse. So that's the planetary thing going on during the eclipse, which is also involved because we've got it's the nodes are in Pisces and Virgo. That's the sidereal calculation. So it's falling in Full moon lunar eclipse. It's happening in Hastara Nakshatra. Okay, this is the golden-handed star. These are usually people that heal with their hands. Okay, so personally, you can confront a lot of deep-seated emotions, challenges, revelations, urging a lot of growth and release. Collective energies can be unsettled, leading to tensions and upheavals. Vedic remedies like meditation, self-reflection, seeking support from trusted mentors, chanting mantras, they all will aid in this period of upheaval. The best thing you can do during the eclipse is any type of spiritual practice, because then it's magnified by 10,000. So if you do one mantra, it's 10,000 mantras. If you do one prayer, that's 10,000 prayers. If you do one breathing exercise, that's 10,000 breathing exercises. That's the points you get in heaven. Okay. So because heaven actually in the Vedic philosophy is less material than here, because we're giving up things so that we can maintain a higher consciousness. Whereas the lower realms or the hells are very material. So we're moving out of this material realm and into these more spiritual realms. Okay. But we have to stay grounded when we do this, because we can float away if we don't. So here are some mantras for you. This one is for Mercury, if you're really feeling ungrounded intellectually, or you're dealing with communication issues, things like that. Okay. And again, you can do this via a mala 108 times during the day of the eclipse. Okay. And it's Om Budaya Namaha. Om Budaya Namaha. Om Budaya Namaha. And that's 3, okay? And then this is a big one that you can do during the eclipse. And this is called Mrityunjaya, the Maha Mrityunjaya mantra. And it helps us when we're feeling a lot of anxiety, okay? So I'm going to do this one real quick, okay? I'll just do it. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanan Urva Rukmiva Vandanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Rukmiva Vandanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Rukmiva Vandanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. And just doing that mantra 3 times is powerful. If you can do it 108, whew, it's intense. But that is a very, very powerful one, especially
A
if you're dealing with
mouthful.
any. Yeah, it's especially if you're
That was
dealing with
beautiful.
anxiety. Thank you, sweetie. And if you need any
Yep.
extra help, you can go online and type in. I'm going to have all of the mantras up on my site. They will also be in my shorts. And you can list, you can do the replay on this to learn the recording. And then there are many wonderful Indian practitioners on YouTube that do it as well, including my guru who taught me, and her name is Kamala Sutton. So if you're just feeling a little oof about the eclipse, there's lots of resources available to you. There's lots of things that you can do to help with that. So I'm really excited to see what Heather has, and I'm just sending you all love and peace as we go through this energetic energy together. Okay, and just know that staying grounded is key for light workers.
Yes, I got three Earth cards, but I thought the eclipse wasn't until April, so we have another one coming up.
Yes, it's a
So
lunar one, and
there's
then the solar is in
then
April.
the solar. Oh my goodness. So yes,
They come in pairs.
where's your passions? I One of the cards that came out was fire, ignition. So I know that Michelle was saying this is a good time to like really start bringing things, energies, reflecting, pulling that energy and to bring things into fruition. So definitely you got that beautiful fire card. Get ignited. The power is in our hands, y'all. Look at that, beautiful. She's just got it. She's not afraid to use it. She's in control of it. It's beautiful. Release that energy and focus it on all any and all plans that you have working, especially going into spring. We're having Ostara. We just had the spring equinox, the balance. So this is just a real beautiful time to usher in spring. And you can't even get better cards with the ones I'm getting for spring too. And Michelle's right. Getting grounded. I got the Earth card. Tending to home, tending to yourself, getting grounded. And I love again fruition. This is Harvest Moon, but again, we have that solar eclipse coming and 2 cards right next to each other, both with fruits and abundance and prosperity coming through, and also while coming out of the cave. And it's perfect for Astara too. If I can pick it up off my table, is protection, the cave. So yes, getting grounded, making sure that all those beautiful, because with the eggs with Easter, that represents fertility, bringing new things into life, new beginnings. So to make sure that during this time, keeping that safe, keeping that protected, being grounded, focusing again that energy where it needs to go. And on the bottom of my deck, I have the emotional reflection. I have depth. I have the lake. So going at this time, kind of going in deep, letting oneself go, meditating, dropping into your subconscious, finding that balance. And when you do that, you get the soul, you get passion, you're bringing forth the waters. Again, here's signs of spring. You have your dragonflies, your butterflies, all about transformation. The flowers are starting to bloom. The earth mother is starting to wake up again. Just really beautiful cards. And with um, this eclipse, definitely balance is needed, and balance internally as well, connecting with your divine feminine, connecting with your intuition, and like with the depth card, going into your subconscious or unconscious and tapping into that intuition and that place of stillness. I love how her eyes are kind of covered by the moon. The clouds. It's showing that she trusts in her divine feminine power, and it really is too, like your tiger eye. It's right there at the solar plexus, our place where we hold our personal power, where we create, where the energy where we put out that creates those healthy boundaries, those energetic boundaries to keep us safe. And again, just wanting to reminder, taking all that fire, once you're established and you're connected, that fire, let it release. Let that fire hit that water, let that steam, let that energy get going up. Direct that towards all those projects, new ideas, new ways of thinking, whatever that you have that you've been wanting to bring forth, that seeding is starting to blossom and to grow. Focus all that energy into that and just let it rip. And I'll end it there, or I can just keep going on and on. I just love the images in these cards. They're so layered.
I
So
do too, and the balance one where she had the cloud over her eyes, I love that she was relying on the planets too, the cycles of the moon and everything around her,
where'd
that's
she go through? Yeah.
yeah, that's
And
very yeah.
and I love these decks too, because they include people of different age, different
Mhm,
ethnicities. It's very well rounded. I really like, and it just shows how powerful being a crone, that wisdom, that energy, tapping
mhm,
into that divine, and like you said, the planets. So yep,
it is. Oh,
very
that's
nice.
beautiful. I love that. That kind of explains the way some astrologers think, at least I do, is like if someone asks me what's going on, I go like this and I think about it and I go, okay, the moon is in this today, the sun is over here. Like you literally think about them or
Mm-hmm.
like this is like living things around you. So, and what they're doing and interacting with each other. So,
Yep,
yeah, that's great. Oh,
beautiful.
goddess of prosperity is Lakshmi Leah. And she's got some great mantras. So, okay. All right. So are we ready to go into readings?
Yes, we are. I have
Awesome.
lots of
Okay.
different decks, so
Oh, I'm excited. Awesome. Okay.
sometimes I'll only use a deck once. It depends on the energy of one person. Sometimes it'll be like, oh, that was it. Okay, set aside. On to the next. So,
Okay. So let's
hi,
go
Kristen.
ahead and do Aaron. Aaron, did you ask something specific or did you want something from your guides? And are you here?
Yeah. Hey, Jay. Good to see you too, sweetheart.
So
All
Aaron
good.
did tip, so I am going to give him a reading, and if I can, I'll try to contact him. Oh, there he is. A general reading from my spirit guides. Awesome. Great.
Oh,
All
okay.
right.
Oh, perfect deck.
You got it.
Sorry.
So I've already pulled some cards for you, Aaron. I'll do a Gerald. Avert your eyes. Avert your eyes. There I am. Okay. Like you get the best stuff from
I don't need
Gerald's
to
show.
avert my eyes. Michelle's beautiful,
Oh,
as
it's just the
always.
switching.
I know.
Yeah, it's yeah. Anyway, all right. So the first one I got is the fourth house. So there's something to do with home, family, mother. I'm not sure if this is the area in which the eclipse is affecting, but they want you to focus on the home. Okay. So I asked a little bit more about what was going there, and I got Pisces. This is spiritual. So maybe your spiritual, the way that you spiritually connect to home. And then I got Gemini, and this is the way that you communicate. And so I'm like, guys, what are you trying to communicate to Aaron? And they said, well, we're going to change the way that he hears us spiritually because I got the communication card, I got the home base, and so they're going to help make your base more secure, and they're going to be sending you signs and symbols and messages for that. And so I'm like, okay, well that's a little more clear. Thanks, guys, because these a lot of these I looked at them and I'm like, okay, Gemini is like all about our communications, the information to explain. It's very, very much tied up in with this eclipse because it's, Mercury's going through some stuff. Pisces is your dreams, your idealizations, your connection with spirit. When you see all of those signs and symbols outside. So I figured communication with spirit. And there's something regarding how to keep your base secure. This involves real estate, mother, things like that, but things that make us feel, excuse me, materially good to go. Okay. So I asked for a little bit, I asked for the block, and they were very clear. Okay. So the block that I got was the Two of Swords reversed. That comes up as the Two of Wings. There might be some throat energy there too, because I'm starting to cough and I pulled Gemini. Okay. Excuse me, Aaron. So they're saying that postponement can lead to neglect or abandonment. Okay. They're saying that you need a vacation, but it can't be taken yet because there's a mismatch between your dream and a reality. And they're trying to give you the right, they're trying to reconnect that for you. Okay. So they're saying avoid procrastination. They're saying if you rest your mind and stop worrying, you can consider a lot of alternative ideas and viewpoints that will help create a more balance in your work and your projects moving forward. Okay. They're saying be more discriminating or you're going to be tangled in a more unstable situation. You've told me about some unstable situations you were in the past. So they're trying to prevent that for you. And so they're they're revamping their lines of communication with you. Okay. And it's going to require some transformation. That's what these butterflies mean. This is a swords card. So they're saying this is because there's a lot of shallow and misleading people that may be attracted to your energy that make you doubt yourself, and you shouldn't. Okay. So that's what they're helping you work for and toward. And I'm like, thank you. That's great. So I went to my creativity oracle and I got 3 cards for you. And I looked at them and as I was pulling them, Heather was giving her reading and she was talking a lot about the spring and planting seeds and starting new things and watching the flowers come out and the dragonflies and the butterflies. And so I got the butterflies in this card and I got seeds and spring in these. Okay. So the first one is seed. Okay, so you're going to be planting a seed. Oh, your vacation normally comes end of April. We're already moving forward. I feel it with them. Awesome, great. So, having the intention to grow like a seed and bloom is at the heart of all creativity. And so that's the seed that they planted. Now, this was the first card, so this might be something that's also they've already put in you. Okay, and it's starting to grow. Because I got the growth card. Okay, this is the present card. All right, and I love that there's something about peacocks. All right, because there's a peacock feather in this one, and then there's a peacock in this one. Feel open, willing, and proud of your desire to explore new opportunities for self-development. Peacocks they're dear to Goddess Lakshmi. They're dear to Vishnu in the more uh, Vedic texts. And what they represent prosperity and purity and a lot of beautiful things. But I suggest you Google that. Okay. But they're saying feel open, willing, and proud of your desire to explore new opportunities for self-development. I'm already feeling the Mercury energy today. So basically they're planting a seed, allow it to grow. You're continuing to do that, and they're happy about that. This is the outcome. Okay. I think this is why I got the 4th house of the mother. Okay. Because this is a very sweet mother and child card. For self-care, try loving and nurturing yourself as you would a child or a pet. You need to nurture yourself when you're in and around shallow people because they don't care about you. They're narcissistic. They only care about themselves and their own needs. They don't even care about whether you live or die. Okay, that's because they have some mental problems. That's why I got the 2 of Swords reversed. Okay, these are people that they don't have empathy. It's just not in them. Okay, and it takes a few births to develop that for some people. And you need to protect yourself and nurture yourself before taking on any of these projects. Okay. And you say, yeah, tons of shallow people. Their frequency isn't mine. I've been trying to stay away from them. Excellent. They only take from me. Yeah, that's the block. And your guides are trying to help you develop your divine discernment so that you better nurture yourself. I'm going to use the airline the tag again. It's like whenever you go and you fly and you're with a child, they say, put your mask on first. You're dealing with children. You are an expert in the woods. You are connected with nature. Your guides are with you, guiding you. They don't have guides. Okay. They're new here. All right. They're just looking around and going, look at the cute little sheep, or look at this, or look at that. They have no idea how dangerous what you do for a living is, and they don't take it as seriously as they should. Okay. So, and you're trying to say no more. Excellent. They're supporting that. Okay. So that is the main thing I see. This is who they're helping you come into, because I went to my Out of Affirmations cards to kind of help you through the next week on this. I use my fears as signs that guide and protect me. If there was something that happened in the past that scared the heck out of you involving the client or a project or something like that, use that as a guiding tool. Completely change and revamp the way that you do things to prevent that from happening again. Use this gift when your fears prevent you from acting out in your best interests. Our fears exist to help keep us safe from harm and from repeating the same mistakes we have made. If we seek to understand why we are afraid, we can make our fears our friend and helper, not our master. It's important to avoid fearing success and the many changes it will bring. And this is a body card. It says body on it. So you need to be aware of keeping yourself safe when you're out there and when you're leading these groups, okay, or these teams, or couples. All right. I slid off a hill on my truck. It was a bad accident. My fear of being on an icy hillside and rolling off again. Oh my gosh. Yes, pay attention. That's probably why your guides are
Ouch.
literally trying that, because they were like, we saw it coming. And you've got really strong guides, Aaron. So let me see if I can get another card for that. I'm more aware of safety now than ever. Okay, that's they just said that's the seed. They planted the seed and you're growing in this area. Okay, so that's good. What have you guys got to say to me? Okay, so the one I picked was the wounded. So be gentle with yourself and others, because we all have been wounded in some ways, and wounds will always cry out to be healed. So this is the reason you were distracted and that you weren't as aware then, but you are now, is those were your guides literally saying, okay, they're getting your attention. You need to switch gears. You need to start transforming in this area so that you can avoid these types of interactions in the future. Okay. Um, one of them just said, we prefer not to put him in these situations so that he could just tap in and go through. You're slowing down a lot. Great. That's kind of what they were trying to say, is like, if you spend more time in meditation and in connecting before making the decision, you can avoid all of that stuff altogether. Okay. We're all here as students to learn that. Well, some of us are. And it sounds like you're definitely on that path. Okay. So don't let this happen again. Learn from it and tap into them before making a decision. I've had the last 3 months for me have been insane. I don't make any decision before going to my guides and my cards, even if it's small, whether it's having someone on the show, or it's something I'm going to introduce to what we're eating, or if it's whether or not I should do this today or tomorrow. When I'm in a state of panic or anxiety, I go to my tools, okay, because my guides can help me. So they're asking you to tap in more. And I started doing that a lot more now. I think I pray a lot more. Good, good. That's wonderful. The best time to do that is during the eclipse. And that goes for everybody in the audience. Meditation, prayers, spiritual remedies, whatever your background is, source is infinite. It's all encompassing. Whatever you do from your heart in spirit is going to be 10,000 fold. Okay. So that's a great day to tap into your guides. All right. Okay. Yes, same. I have a question mark. That's when I ask for guidance. Awesome. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're doing that. I'm really excited to see what Heather has for you. She's amazing. So, all the best, Erin. And thank you so much for joining us. Always look forward to see you.
Oh, the pressure, Michelle.
My cards
Hi,
told me to
Erin.
have you on, so you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Erin, I pulled from my Mystic Palette Tarot. That one just like yelled right at for me from my shelf here. And I love this deck because it includes animals. And I'm feeling like a big part of your spirit team has to do with animals, connection to nature, animal guides. We have our spirit guides, as in, angelic like beings or energies that are more kind of like a masculine, feminine, but we also have our animal totems, our animal guides, and this deck is full of them. And so I was really drawn to use this. The first card I did get for you is the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups, again, it's about, all those emotions, overflowing emotions. I was watching a little bit and had Michelle on a little low so that um, I wouldn't be too influenced, but I did hear some things coming in and out, fishing always in the mountains. Okay, so the Ace of Cups. It's about, overflowing emotions, just spiritual new relationships, love, and I feel like it's a love of self, love of you, like I heard you were talking about negative individuals in your life. For me, this feels like too that some of these emotions are coming from, people trying to get those emotions up, trying to get you overly involved. But here, these overflowing emotions turn it into something creative. The cups are all about also artistic ability, intuitive ability. And when you learn how to tap and balance that, that brings up so many uh, positive vibrations, creativity, um, and just really being in the true essence of who you are. Now, the next card I got, and I checked with my pendulum. This is definitely you. I got the King of Swords, and I love the eagle. The eagles are animals that get up there. They can see things from a higher perspective. So when it comes to the emotions, you already kind of see what's going on. You're already tapped in. You mentally see what's going on. You're a person who likes to seek the truth, and when you see others kind of doing what they do, you're focused on that. You're just like sharp mind. You zone in on that like the eagle. Um, I'm looking at because I have like little note cards too to help me along the way here. But you're very ethical. You're very fair. You're just like, okay, you know what? This might be going on, but this is me. I'm important. You show by example. So when the emotions and all this start coming up, you lead by example by staying, true to yourself, what you believe. You keep that up. You keep that focus. You keep that like that eye on the prize kind of like thing. You know what is important to you. And I saw something about a trip, and I love that because I did get the Three of Wands, and I have a ship. So I don't know if you're traveling overseas, over water, but this also is a wonderful card to show that your ship is coming in. Things that you have established, especially if they're boundaries. Wands are about creativity, about willpower. So you're there. You've got your wands in place. You've established. You're looking forward to this trip. You're also very committed to remaining who you are and remaining committed to what you think and you believe and what you feel. Those first three cards that I got for you. At the bottom, I got the Ace of Wands, and I love this. This is one of my favorite cards because it's a jaguar in this, and this is like initially in that first um, collective that I did. We had the fire, the ignition card. This here is about igniting the willpower, the energy, the fire, the creativity. It's all in your hands. And the jaguars are they're very keen. They're very deliberate. They are both nocturnal and diurnal. So they hunt. They live. Um, they're a night and a day animal. Um, and so this is all about new endeavors, potential. And I love how you're just holding it right in your hands, and that jaguar is just looking at you saying, okay, where are we spiritually going to go with this? What do we want to explore? What new passions do you want to create? And I was going to save this card for last as an over-ending energy, but I feel like you're studying something. You want to be very studious about something. I got the Page of Pentacles, and that's someone who, typically it's just a pentacle that they're looking at and saying, okay, I want to study, I want to learn. But also, this one here, it's that innate knowing of, again, tapping into nature. The fox is very clever. They know how to camouflage, they know how to stand back and blend in. When they walk into a room, they can tell the energy, kind of like a jaguar too. When they walk into an area, they can sense, they can feel that vibration. You know, you're, I don't want to say on your alert like you're like afraid, but you are alert. you have, except for fortunately that poor accident that you had, but this also helps you to be more alert. But this is like going forward. I feel like you really want to start exploring, developing, studying something much closer. This the Pentacles again. Money, yes, but security, finances, but also academic. Just really wanting to get into nature, getting grounded, and learning something with nature. So the next card was Michelle. I think you got this too. I got the Two of Swords, and this is like one of my favorite cards in this whole deck, is because she's blindfolded, but she knows that those two swords behind her back, they're perfectly coming together. She can sense and know where they are. She is perfectly balanced, and she knows that decision that she is going to make. She's got that subconscious and subconscious in balance, even with the eyes closed. You're always studying, absorbing information. Awesome. And so you have this beautiful, perfect balance, and she was right underneath that King of Swords and when I lay my cards down. So again, there's the source, there's the mental, there's the balance, there's the discernment again, like the woman with her eyes covered with the clouds, knowing your core, where you stand moving forward. And the last card I got is my favorite out of all of them. I got the Death card, which is all about rebirth. So moving forward, this trip may actually bring something that's something new about yourself that you didn't know before. This is really a good time to start studying, whether it's spiritually, getting to know yourself, but this is going to bring a beautiful form of transformation. It's, death doesn't have to be a physical death. This could be all about, like Michelle's card too, with the butterflies. Butterflies are an animal of and medicine of transformation. And so letting go of one way and moving into something totally different, into a new light. And I just love these cards. So I hope that helped, Aaron. Thank you for letting me review. And I'm all done. Enjoy your trip. Have a great time.
He says, my trip next week will be in Walla Walla Prison to speak to the inmates. Well, best of luck, Aaron. That's incredible. And thank you so much for joining us.
Walla Walla, is that in Oregon?
Eastern Washington.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been there a few times. It's it's basically it's
There's
way
the Walla
way
Walla
east.
reservation right near there. That's why I was wondering. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
But yeah, awesome.
Awesome. Oh, we appreciate you too, Aaron. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you for the feedback. We always appreciate that.
Yes, it helps.
It does. It does. So we have a few more people coming in. I just wanted to say hi to let's see. Oh, and Susan, that's so cool that's a great ring for him to wear during the eclipse. That's fantastic. Love that. And then we have Oh, Kristen. Yeah, I said hi to Kristen. Good to see you, Kristen. And Majestic Oracle. I'm glad that you found the channel after scrolling. Thank you so much.
Hi, J girl. She my new girl.
That's awesome. I love her name, Majestic.
Too.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love that.
Hi, Leah.
And then Vanessa is
cutie.
here. Good to see you.
Hi,
Vanessa. And I'm Shredda is here. I said hi to them. That's awesome. And he knows my guru. He or she knows my guru, so that's great. And let's see. Everyone's saying hi to each other. I'm just making sure. Oh, Rose Blue is here. Good to see you, Rose Blue.
Rose. I love that name.
And Amanda's back. Welcome back, Amanda. And Ron is here. Good to see you, Ron. Welcome back.
Hi, Ron.
It's always a pleasure. And Catherine Johnson is here. Thank you. I'll go ahead and get your question in the queue, Catherine. And Seth, good to see you, Seth. I connected with Seth on Instagram. He's also into Vedic astrology, so that's really cool. I know, me too. Yes, Angarika. Yep. Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay. And then Marie is here. I got your question in the queue, Marie. And just to let everybody know, if you don't tip, we go ahead and do lightning round at the end, and you need to be in the audience to get your question. Okay. So stick around. All right. All right. And Catherine's from Ireland. Very cool. I love that.
Ooh, very
awesome.
Nice.
Okay.
My friend Jackie is from Cork. I read with her on a regular basis.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. And Marie, you're in. I have a lot of friends that are readers in the UK, but given the time of my show, it'd be like midnight for them. So I've been on their shows like early in the morning, but they're just like, I don't know if I can do it because
Yeah.
it does take a lot of energy out of us, guys. So
And one time I had to read for one person who was in Hawaii, Jonathan. So that was 5 hours behind. And then there was somebody joining us. Jackie, I think it was, that was 5 hours ahead. And I'm like, oh boy, talk about balancing, you know? And I'm like, we're time traveling. That's cool in a way
that is
because
cool.
5 hours, yeah, very
So
cool.
just to let everybody know, we have Lalima next, and then we have Susan Soronas, and then we have
Lalima.
Jessica Richardson, and then we have Joyful Journey, aka Jen. And then we're going to move into lightning round. Let me see what's going on there. So far, we have 15 starred. So I'll just go in order
Whoa.
here. Yeah. So we have JR, and then we have Leah, and then Marie, and then Gayatri, and Amanda, and then Ron, and okay, Marie, you got that in. Okay, you did yours twice. There we go. And then Catherine, and then yeah. So that is who we have for lightning round. So thank you guys. We have 13 total. Thank you so much for joining us. And
Oh,
and then JR said, I need to check out your latest video, Heather. The one with the missing college student. Oh yeah, you guys. Heather does.
yeah,
Tell us a little bit
Tennessee,
about what you. Yeah,
Nashville,
tell us a little bit
Tennessee.
about
Yeah.
that.
I think one of your viewers in chat right now is in Tennessee. His name is Riley Strain, and they're still looking for him. He went missing 2 weeks ago, and
Oh.
they're still looking for him. He's a Missouri student, university student. He was here on a frat
Wow, yeah, I saw that
with
you
his frat
posted that
brothers.
up,
Hmm.
so I'll check that out. And then Ramon is here. Good to see you.
Hi,
Ramon, yeah,
Ramon.
very good to see
And that's
you. Thank
interesting.
you.
I just picked up my Lenormand deck for Lalima, and then Ramon, you show Ramon's name, and Ramon and I've been wanting to do a video together on Lenormand. So that's kind of cool, Ramon, that you came in at that time.
Yeah.
He's a
And then
great poet too, everybody. Ramon has an amazing channel. He does, also tarot instruction videos. He's an artist. He's a poet. Just absolutely amazing. So
awesome. And here is his information right here. Awesome, awesome. So welcome,
very
Ramon. Thank you
nice.
so much for joining us. And then let's see. Oh, and yes, Susan's in Tennessee. So be
Hmm.
safe, honey. But it's a
Nashville,
big
yeah.
state, luckily. And I love that Daniel was born in Walla Walla. He's a Washingtonian like me. That's great. Okay, so let's get on to our next question. All right. So it is La Lima. Let me find you a
Lalima.
general from my spirit guides. You got it. Okay. So La Lima, big surprise. Not to you, I know, is the sun. They want you to focus on how you shine in the world and how you. Oh, it's a little dark in here. One sec. There we go. That's a little better. So they want to focus on how you shine in the world, putting yourself first. The sun is all about, what you're here to do. It's your extroverted self, okay? It's the outer ego. It's how you lead. So I said, what does the Lima need to kind of know in this department? And I got two battling cards. Okay. And so I was like, okay, guys, what are you talking about? So I pulled the Hierophant and I went, okay, this is all about not getting involved with nonconformists. It's about, calming down, taking the high road, sticking to your traditional values, avoiding drugs and alcohol, sexual promiscuity, doing stuff like your priest is in the room watching you. Okay. So it's very conservative. It's very traditional. It's a very play it safe, act like an adult card, and it's all about being on your best behavior under the guise of our traditional values. So it's about our friends and our family that we grew up with and the traditions that we were raised in. Okay, and so I got this and I went, this is really interesting that I got the Hierophant here, because then I got the Star reversed, and that brings a whole new meaning to the reading. Okay. There's something that is competing between the way that you want to live your life and the way that you were raised. Okay. You may feel uncharacteristically pessimistic and it might have affected your self confidence, which is why I got the Sun card. You may lack faith in yourself because people in your past from your past that are saying you have to do all of these traditional things have let you down a little bit. You may have lowered your expectations. Disillusionment has replaced a very formally hopeful attitude, is what they're showing me. So, getting caught up in criticism and is only going to create doubt and that a healthy movement forward is ready for you. Okay, so they're saying you're being very reluctant because you're focusing on finding ways to heal the problems that you're seeing. Okay, you may hesitate to get involved or be a little cynical about new possibilities and opportunities because of past disappointments. So try not focusing so much on your hurt and unfulfilled dreams because it's going to weaken your chance for improvements in the future. And I feel like, okay, they just said she doesn't feel like she's meeting up to someone's standards. You're here for you. You're here to be your own student and to walk your own path. Okay. So what I'm getting is the more traditional things that you grew up with might be getting in the way of your expectations that you set for yourself. Okay. So that's the little bit of a block that I see. So I went to my creativity oracle for some answers to help you kind of maybe push through some of these mental things that I see. And Heather, you're not going to believe this. I got the seed card again. But this kind of that's kind of a theme for these readings tonight. I got seed, truth, and generosity. So seed, having the intention to grow like a seed and bloom is at the heart of creativity. So you are here to grow and bloom, all right? But you need to stand in your truth, okay? An honest desire to know and speak the truth produces the most beneficial results. Don't be a people pleaser in this, okay? Be honest, be open, and be tactful when you deliver your messages of truth, okay? And be generous, okay? You can afford to be generous with the gift of your time and your attention, okay? So those are the main ways that I kind of see working through this, all right? Now, I got some affirmation cards that you can take with you that can hopefully help you with the details. The first one I got, of course, was details. So pay attention to those beautiful details, okay, Lalima? It is usually the small points of a matter upon which we get stuck that trip us up. Pay attention to details without becoming nitpicky or overcritical. Don't put things off, or else you'll just worry about them. Okay, so just as things come up throughout the week, don't get like pay attention to the details, but don't let them get in the way. And I'm feeling there's a little bit of anxiety around that. Okay, so here is where I found the root of the issue, and this could be some of the things that you can work with when you're working through the eclipse energies. Okay, I am a child. The child within needs a little bit of healing. Okay, Lalima, the child you were still lives within you and needs to play and feel secure. I breathe in the innocence of a child's mind that sees all things as if it were for the first time. I am filled with childlike joy and a zest for life. I breathe out the illusion of age. So there might be some inner child work that is necessary during that time as well. Okay. Uh, the main thing I'm getting is you need to stand in your own light. And I've been getting this for almost every reading that I've had for you. You're bright, you're beautiful, you're from a higher realm just based on the what you've told us and the energies. And you're here to heal children, you're here to heal people, and you're also here to heal yourself and create your own path is what they're saying. So there's a lot of traditions that don't from your current situation that may not line up with your destiny, and you're going to have to make peace with that and to stand in truth regarding that. Okay. So I'm tending you definitely need to work on that. Yes, you have been having that in previous reads too. Yeah, you guys, you're an adult and you need to start standing up for yourself. You're not just an adult, you're an MD, my dear. So you're highly intelligent. You have a lot of gifts. You're beautiful. You have a lot of things to give the collective, and you're here to help people, and you've got a good heart. Okay. So you can make your own decisions. All right. And you need to stand in your truth while you do those, but you can be respectful and generous at the same time. But that includes being generous and truthful with yourself as well. So I'm sending you tons of love. Know that you've got this. And I'm excited to see what Heather has for you. Thank you, Lalima.
Whenever I see her, I say, "Hey, Lalima, beautiful." So hello, Lalima, beautiful. So the overall for my first, I use both my deck, Lenormand decks, and the main card, the main energy is the mice, and these are people, thoughts that eat away at you, people who nitpick things that eat it, your abundance. They get into your food. I mean, these are cute little guys here, and of course, you want to feed them, but in this instance, they get in, they can cause disease, they can cause unhealthiness, they can, they're pests. and they're getting in and they're just making a mess and getting into what looks like to me your abundance, your fruition. So that's like the overall, energy really for all these cards. um so first card off the bat, I got the tree, and the tree represents our health. So again, keeping an eye on your health, especially with everything that is going on. But for me too, now looking at these other cards, I see this also as a family tree, because the tree is also a family. It's a form of home. And I saw the tree, and looking at the tree is the fox. And the fox in the Lenormand has to do with the trickster. They're very cunning. They're like the old saying, getting the fox caught in the house hen. They're looking to go after. They're cunning. They're tricksters. They like to create chaos. So the fox looking at the tree. Don't continue letting these mice, these fox-like people, um, get at your health. Get rooted, stay strong, stay true to yourself. This is the Kabbalah, which I typically don't follow, but it's also the world tree. So this is also representing your connection to both the earth, the underworld, and the upper worlds coming together. So you have a strong connection, like I know Michelle was saying. So remember that you have that beautiful rainbow coming through, that rainbow bridge. You're connected to spirit very strongly, my dear. Um, I did get the two doors, the pathway, which one to take. And I know that times that you feel, torn apart about which way do I take, which way do I go. But I also did get the letter that goes with this. So I don't know if there is something that recently came to you through mail, through email, text, but this has to do a lot with communication, messages coming through, and it's connected to something with a decision that you had to make. I don't know if it was someone that sent you a text, an email, or something that you did not like, and you were just like, okay, I have to make a decision. I know I have to make a decision. And the next three cards, I wanted to find the main female card in here that represented you. And so there she is. And so I want to see what each card was on both sides. I got the scythe. She was looking at the scythe. You know what you have to cut away in your life that no longer serves you, sweetheart. Behind you is a commitment card, coming together, a relationship. So, but this also means having to cut away again what no longer serves you. And when you do, this is on the opposite side. For me, this feels like you will come into your own, you will reconnect with yourself. This doesn't necessarily mean an intimate or a relationship with another individual. This also represents relationships maybe with other people in your life, friends, business, or whatever, but two, this beautiful swans. The swans are also about transformation. So it feels like with what you're cutting away will bring a beautiful commitment that you keep to yourself. But that's kind of like she's also turning her back on that though, in the way that this was sitting. So make sure that you don't turn your back on yourself or what you believe in or your boundaries. Stand firm and look, because you know who you have to, what you have to do to cut away. And Michelle, you said something about a child. I did get the compass card. You are searching. What is being searched for? I got the child card. This childlike wonder, again, getting in touch with having that childlike wonder. What are your dreams? Let that inner child talk to you. Let the little inner Lalima say, okay, where do we want to go from this? As kids, a lot of us had the wishing well. What were we wanting to wish for? What are things that we had hoped for moving forward? How are we going to achieve them? Which way do we go? Listening to that inner compass. And I also got the birds, but this birds are with the owls, and the owls are all about wisdom. So these are for me, this feels very strong, like your guides. Your guides are speaking to you. I know that you can hear them, and I know that you understand what their messages are. And they're also saying that everything that you have is within yourself as well. We don't have to keep looking outside of ourselves to have people, show us everything that we need to do or where to go. You, my dear, have that beautiful wisdom inside of you. So I pulled from my other Lenormand deck really quick. I looked for the female card, and she kind of looks like you with that beautiful long dark hair, my dear. Um, and she's looking at the key. This is how they came out. You know what the key is, my dear. You have the key. It's in your hands, it's in your grasp. You have the wisdom, you have the knowledge. And when I add knowledge, also, the book was on the other side. You have that inner knowledge, this whole beautiful library, your spiritual library. It's all there for you, right, waiting for you to tap into, to reconnect with. That all that wisdom is innate within yourself. And there's a beautiful affirmation that goes with this card. And it says, I enjoy studying and learning new knowledge. My soul grows wiser. Like with the owls, there's the wisdom. And just three more. I got the fish. The fish is about independence, financial abundance, prosperity. I know you're a very independent woman, focusing on creating your own personal wealth, whether that's monetary, security, academic. There's the ship. You're heading towards it. But the one thing you need to watch out for, like again with all the cards, they want to reiterate it. Here's the other bird cards. And it's about messages, but this is also about gossip. So not getting involved with the petty gossip that goes around you. Just make sure that, and then you don't partake in that as well. Stand firm in who you are, what you believe in. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. You're on that ship. You're your captain, and you're following that inner compass, my dear. And that's what I have for you. Love you, girl.
Love that. Thank
And
you
I hope you
so
start your
much.
channel soon because Lalima, I know you're learning how to read, and I read with you at one time, and you were just absolutely amazing with your readings. She can read. She's tapped in. She's got to trust that.
That's awesome. And so Lima says, can totally relate to it. Thank you so much for the beautiful messages. Awesome. You're so welcome. All right. So I'm just going to let Gayatri, I will let you know. I'm going to go ahead and look at the, oh, thank you, Lalima. We really appreciate that. So Gayatri, I'm going to go ahead and go through the list. Okay. So just to let everybody know, next we have Susan C. And then we have Jessica Richardson. And then we have Joyful Journey, aka Jen. And then we have Seth Roback. And then we're going to go into lightning round. And so far in lightning round, I do have you, Gayatri, just letting you know. Let me, oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, it's in the start section. I was like, oh, there can't be that many. Okay. All right. So we, let's see if the chat is Jessica Lynn in there. Jessica Richardson. Okay. So let's see. So in order, I've got Jessica Lynn, then Leah, then Marie Watney, then Gayatri, then Amanda, then Ron. And then let's see. I saw Marie. Oh, you came in on Facebook and YouTube. Okay. And then we have Catherine Johnston, and then we have that's, and then yeah. So we're gonna get our tippers, and then we'll get to lightning round. Okay, guys. So just let everybody know. And Marie, we already got your reading in, so you're good to go. And if you guys see peep trolls in the comments, ignore them, please. Jonathan will take care of them for us. Thank you.
Troll zapper.
Yes, they're starting to like scrape all my stuff and my logos and everything now too. It's fun.
Oh, jeez.
I know. It's
Get a
like that's
life.
not me, guys. Don't if they're calling you like angel or beloved or I love you. It's bull. Okay, we don't do that.
Yeah. Bull
Yeah.
boy.
All right. So our next question, Miss Susan, and Susan would like. Okay, she's taking notes. Awesome. Happy for guidance on anything. Okay. Okay. So let's see. All right. So the main thing that they have you focusing on, Susan, let me just get me some up here. So you can see my cards. I got the sun. You need to reach out for some support right now. Okay. So, but they're also saying to enjoy yourself. Okay. But what really stood out to me was the support and then Isis on the bottom there. She's a mother goddess and she's all about wanting to nurture us. She's got these beautiful solar powered wings. and she wants to give you the power to fly. All right. So the sun is supreme because it's the star that shines for us all. It's the reason we're alive down here. So they're basically saying that a positive attitude is going to attract people toward you. And this is one of the most positive tarot cards in the deck. So this is really good. Now, um, I asked, what does she need to feel positive about? I got transformation because I know you're going through a lot of that right now. I got Scorpio from the karma cards. So basically what they're trying to say is that you can they're saying to enjoy life a little bit more when you're going through this transformation, okay? They're saying that even taking a vacation can be helpful, and I know that you're in Tennessee right now and you're doing some things there. But they're saying while you're out and about, radiate who you are and what you're about. Okay. You need to share your highest qualities and your achievements right now because you are stepping into a new energy. You can both be non-judgmental and respectful and comfortable with this new energy that I see coming. Friendship, I see some friendships coming out of this. Your existing relationships, I see them improving dramatically because the sun is shining its grace on you. Okay, so even though I know you've got that Jupiter 12th house energy and that's beautiful for moksha, but you've also been dealing with the health stuff. So long story short, things are going to get a little bit better for you. Okay, in this department. The main thing that I see coming your way is really good. I got the 10 of shells. This is the card of emotional fulfillment. It's the same as the 10 of cups. Okay. So happy family life, focusing on your emotional state, enjoying time together. That is really, really what they're pointing out. I did find one block. Okay. It's not a big one. It's an energy that's in and around your environment. Okay. I got the reverse Prince of Wings. This is a guy who's always striving to be right. His desire to be right is stronger than his desire to live in harmony with other people because he's all about his ideas. Okay. So basically, hmm, got it. They're saying if you only fantasize but don't take the time to develop skills, ingenuity, self esteem, frustration, and defensiveness will cause trouble. And this is a particular energy in and around you that is influencing you in this way. Okay. So be careful not to get dragged into a quarrel and because you're not going to win with this energy because they like to fight. Okay. This is a person who likes testing people like a cat with a mouse. They actually enjoy it. Like most of us are like, why? Oh, that's so frustrating. That's so awful, but they enjoy it. Okay. Um, they're more about a battle of wits. All right. So you may fight over an incompetence with this person. It can bring frustrations home. It can trigger dysfunctional behavior among family members. Watch out for this person's destructive tendency and just be aware of more aggressive or eccentric types as being kind of problematic in the family situation. Okay, that's the main thing that I see there. All right. So here's the way kind of through that, through the next phase that I see this transformation I see coming for you. I got details, procrastination, and muse. Okay, the details card. I think I pulled this for you in another deck a few readings ago. Examine your situation and take care of every detail one step at a time. And when I pulled this card, I mean, the thing I like about this is it's focused on one image. There's a lot going on in the image, but it's the circle causes our eye to be focused in on this area right here. Okay. So they're saying literally just to focus on one thing at a time. Don't try to do too many things at once because that leads to procrastination. Okay. Because you're looking at the whole thing going, how am I going to do all of this? Okay. It's just too much energy. Okay. So stop focusing on problems or excuses and just take small steps to do things that are constructive, little things. It doesn't have to be big. You don't have to do this all at once. Okay. One detail at a time, one rung of the ladder at a time. Take it slow. All right. All right. And then this is another thing that I think I've pulled this for you in the past too. I got the Muse card from the Creativity Oracle. Seek out or act as a positive, inspiring, and helpful muse to others' creativity. I think this has to do with your book as well. Um, that's the main thing that I see. Let's see if there's anything else here. Oh, I did see you have a larger question here. Daniel and I got to participate in a 5-day Barbara O'Neill retreat next week. Any guidance for getting the most out of the experience? Okay, so Pay attention to the details. Don't procrastinate on anything that she's telling you to do, okay? Because she's pretty good. And allow what she's giving you and the stuff is a muse, okay? She's helped me with some of my digestive issues, so I like her a lot. Anyway, so this is what you can do for yourself in the meantime as you're going through this process, okay? I got the nurture card. I support and protect those I care about. We all have an obligation to give our best efforts to support and protect those we care about. We each need to be strong. We each need to build a strong, powerful castle for each other so that we can feel safe and be able to heal. So when I pulled this card and I saw the castle, start thinking about where you and Daniel would like to settle and start healing, because he has some healing he needs to do too, and where you can really, really nurture each other. Um, in a way that is best for both of you, okay? And try not to take things too quickly, because I feel like there's a little, the procrastination they're saying is caused by there's some anxiety for wanting things to change at a certain rate, and you could miss some details along the way. So they're really asking you to focus on every single step so that you don't miss out on those important little revelations or details that they're going to be showing you. Okay? Um And I love that you're gonna be in the room with her. That's really exciting. I follow her on TikTok, so I might see you in there, but, best of luck with that. But yeah, focus on those details. It's gonna be a 10 of shells experience. It's gonna bring a lot of vitality and support your way, and don't be afraid of the transformation that's coming, because it's positive transformation. Okay, Susan? I'm sending you tons of love, and I'm excited to see what Heather has for you.
All right. Did someone say transformation? I got two cards. One that specifically says transformation on it.
Mm.
So Susan, the first three cards I got for you was the North card, which is about expansion, expanding your horizons, and on the medicine wheel, North is about, the earth, getting grounded, connecting to your guides. And I have an interesting question for you, because I was going to put this card back and I'm like, well, maybe this will connect with her. And then I saw you mention that you're going to be doing a retreat with people. I got companionship, but I got animals. And I feel like with the North card, which is about getting grounded, earth, tapping into like your northern star, like getting grounded, being in the mountains, looking up and saying, okay, spiritually, how do I connect to myself and to the earth? And I don't know if you work with animals, or if you are inclined to connect with animals. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be, because it says companionship, and this could be like your husband going to find companionship and like-minded people at this retreat. But this overabundance of animals, I just feel like there is part of your guides as well, and your connection some way. I'm seeing the words animal reiki in my head. So I don't know if this is something that you might have been thinking about doing, or has been kind of like on the back burner, but I feel like something energetic working with animals. And so I asked for a couple clarifiers for the North card, and I got cleansing, I got storms. So it feels like a lot of healing has been going on. Getting, again, there's the grass, getting grounded, things are starting to grow. Storms are so extremely cleansing. I picked another card to go along with that, and I got another card with lightning and change. She's got her feet on this egg. She's tapping into that. It's change. It's the thunder moon. Things are, and you have the birds flying around. There is a lot of energy. This could be very well too with the eclipse coming up. All this, okay, I don't know where this word came. All this kinetic energy that is coming in and around you, and with people that you're going to be meeting at this retreat. And this could be also just on your own end as well, with people that you meet in your life and that you are connected with. And I wanted another clarifier to go along with that. And I got beginnings. I got the East card. So you've got your northern star, you're through your cleansing, you're feeling this energy shift, you're connecting with people, possibly with animals, with healing starting to, blossom, starting to grow. Those seeds are starting to grow. And this beautiful card says, and I love how it for me on this artwork, a lot of this are like grids and things that I don't quite connect with. I mean, or I don't understand what they are, but I connect energetically, and I think a lot of people do. It feels like it's this energetic blueprint of you moving into something, this coming through, and she's got her hand going right towards it. So you have a lot of new beginnings coming to you through this. And then the continuing cards are just finding peace, getting grounded. That was right after the northern card. So again, the north, the mountains, the trees, the earth, the animals, just really getting grounded. And while getting grounded, connecting to your spirit guides, and I'm sure Michelle loves all the stars and the moons with her astrological. So just being really grounded, making sure that you're grounded so that when you start tapping into those higher realms, I want to say higher realms, those layers of dimensions. I know people like stack them, but for me, the dimensions feel very layered, not necessarily on top of one another, but we move through them. So really connecting and making sure too that that beautiful circle of light and of energy is around you, protecting you. Making sure that this too also for me represents, when it says peace, representing boundaries, energetic boundaries. So being, I'm feeling maybe too empathic, being connected with those animals, with those cards, and with the energy, just making sure that those healthy boundaries and energy boundaries are up. And then the next card out of that, more nourishment. If this is really concerned about this um, this event that you're going to, just the nourishment that you're going to get from it. Again, too, nourishing your body, the cleansing. There's more cleansing coming from the moon, and the bottom cards are a little interesting. I have time. And so you need, I don't know if you feel like you're running out of time, or you feel like you don't have time, or there's so many things that you want to do. You have to get disciplined. And it's kind of like, which thing do you want to focus on? So this event may open up a whole um, smorgasbord, if you will, of things that you might want to explore, or aspects of yourself that you are going to want to explore. It's going to take time, but it can be done. Again, she's rooted, she's rounded. There's the tree, and just being disciplined and taking your time, learning each step as you go along. I did get clarity. I got the mountain. So over the winter, this could have very well been a time when you were just kind of dreaming, connecting with the earth. And during the winter seasons or the winter months, you got some sort of clarity. And I pulled an extra card for it, and it basically says the same thing: realization. There's the keyhole, moving into another whole new beginning again. And the last two for you, all about transformation. I got pleasure, and look at that energy just shooting out and about around you. It's like atomic. The butterflies are swirling around. There again about transformation. I asked just for one more card as an overall energy: pressure, transformation. So you're feeling the pressure, like the diamonds when they get the earth, the coal gets pressed and it turns into a diamond. You're feeling the pressure. It's like a rebirth, and it's going to bring such beautiful transformation as you move through this. So I hope that helps, Susan, or relatable.
Oh, oh, thank you so much for joining us, Susan. And we are sending you tons of love as you
Amazing
go through this.
cards.
Yes, the transformation. All the imagery in the cards that you
Yeah.
chose, Heather, really reminded me of a class that I took on the Vedic realms. And there are 7 levels of hell and 7 levels of heaven. And the seven
Mm-hmm.
levels of hell are actually not that bad. They're like material heavens for people that are really, really attached to like gems and certain types of foods and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So when we go through these transformations, that one where she's like bursting with light and there's like she's got all of the beautiful
Yep.
butterflies around her, you're
Mm-hmm.
releasing all of that material stuff that's been holding you back. You're literally taking it out and you're transmuting it into bright white beautiful light. So I love that. Yeah, that's I love
Yes.
that.
She's
So
like an
you're let
atom, and it's everything's all vibrating. Her protons, her neutrons, or
and
all
it's
of that. And it's just, yeah. And everywhere you go, you connect with people, and they build to that, and they build to that, and it just creates a massive transformation for everybody that's present, not just for yourself. And like the expansion, with the North card, it expands, expand that
yep.
energy. Mhm.
Yep. And when we discipline our minds, when we discipline our bodies, we are feeding our spirits. Like today's
Yeah.
Ekadashi. So if you're fasting in any way or paying homage to Vishnu or doing your mantras, it's a very good way to kind of level up to those higher levels of being and living. So you're choosing to level up, and I commend you for that. But it takes
Mm.
time. That's why she pulled the time
Time
card.
card.
So yes, and that's what you want.
Discipline
Awesome.
time.
So yeah, we you're moving, you want to get out of the more material realms and you want to move
An
to the more
animal.
sophic realms. Yeah.
That didn't make it into back into the deck. I had to grab that. It wasn't in the back in the main
Hmm.
card. So they keep they want to really focus on these animals, this
Okay.
companionship. So I don't know, but that's the animals. That's the animal.
And well, it's not like Dante's Inferno, Care Bear. I did a class on
Oh,
this. The
oh,
seven
here it's
levels of
here.
hell are actually quite nice in the Vedas because it's, how do I say this? That's time for another class. But we live in this illusion called Maya, and it gets
Hmm.
thicker and thicker the further you go down, and it gets lighter and lighter the higher you go up. And once you hit the Satya, you can actually see everything. So it's about perspective. So it's, yeah, it's interesting. Okay,
Yeah,
the levels, yes, the levels are like that for sure, Care Bear.
beautiful.
All right. Okay. So, and if you guys want to know more about that, you can Google Lokas. It's Loka, and it's different planes of existence that you can study. So, yeah. So, all right. So let's get to our questions because we've got quite a few people coming in. We've got Jessica Richardson is next, and then we have Joyful Journey, which is Jen, and then we have Seth, and then we're going to go into lightning round.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and close questions because we have a whole bunch coming in.
And I'll try to
Okay.
shorten my cards a little bit. I know I've been
I will
pulling a lot
too.
of cards.
So we have JR. And is Jessica Lynn the same as Jessica Richardson? I'm guessing. If that's correct, please let me know.
I don't know.
And then we have Leah, and then we have Marie, and then we have Gayatri, and then we have Amanda, and then Ron, and then we have Catherine, and then we have Claudia and Shem. Okay. All right. So here we go. Next question is Jessica. So let me find, and I'm get is okay. So JR, are you Jessica Richardson? That's what I'm guessing. Okay, I'm gonna find you here. Okay, thank you for telling me. All right. Yeah, it's a little different. Dante, his take is a little different. It was more, how do I say this? It's more a Christian Catholic approach to keep people from being too hedonistic. It was the Catholic Church's way of doing that. So that's not you. It is Jessica Lynn. Okay, thank you so much for clearing that up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let me find Jessica here. All right. May I have a reading on how the eclipse will impact me? My birthday is the day after the solar eclipse. Just sent a PayPal payment. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give you just a general on the eclipse was on my birthday in 2018, I believe. So, and it was around that time that I had a year of upheaval and transformation, but it was for my good. Okay, and I'm still here. Woohoo! The day after, I'd have to look at the lunar cycle as well, and I'd look at your Tithi Pravesh chart as well as your Varshapal for the next year for more clues. So you're always welcome to get a reading from me, but I did pull some cards for you, and they're pretty positive. I was surprised. They're pretty positive. Okay. So the thing that they have you really focusing on, Jessica, is your home and family. Now I got Jupiter here. Oh, you got the same thing. There you go. So there you go. So they have you focusing on this stuff. You can't make this stuff up, right, Heather? So yeah, so this is real estate, this is mother, this is home, this is family, this is, blessings are going to come in this area. So I just went, that's not a bad thing at all. Okay. So I love it when I pull Jupiter because he's like the Santa Claus of all the planets. It depends on how he aspects in your chart, but I mean, mine is my Nati Karaka and he still is positive in my chart. So um this is the first thing I got. I got what you look like. I got the Queen of Gems. Okay. Now is the time to manifest your dreams. Okay. I don't know if you're in a relationship or not because I have a king next to her. So you can let me know or not. But now is the time to manifest true love, if that's the case. So appreciate and protect your good fortune during this time and that of those that you care about, because I got that family card. Share your feelings in a very forward way and take charge while being receptive to other people's needs, because that's who you are anyway, right? They're saying that charitable events can provide you with social connections that can greatly benefit you and introduce you to thoughtful and successful people. Socializing can connect you with people and situations that can help foster love. Now, remember that don't do this during the eclipse, okay? Because these are days that we lay low, but these are just energies that you can tap into when you're feeling a little unstable. All right. Uh, Other things that we're doing. Okay, I'm just going to check the thing if single currently. Okay, so there might be someone on the horizon for you. Okay, I'm just putting that out there because I got a king next to her. All right. And he is looking at her. So I'll put both of them up so you guys can see. Let's see. You might actually meet this person at one of these events, is what they're showing me. So they're saying patronize the arts, go shopping, enjoy your wealth the best you can, save for a rainy day. You can teach or take classes in, cooking or baking. Living life to the full, appreciating gifts of beauty and grace around you, preparing for a true soulmate connection could be in the cards. It's time to be enchanted. So, I mean, the Queen of Pentacles is fantastic. Okay. Um, this is the King of Roses, and he was looking right at her. Okay. So he was this way. So he's looking at her. All right. So he's looking at you. All right. He's going to notice you. All right. He's usually a fire sign. Okay. So this could be Aries. He could be a Leo. He might be Sagittarius, but he has a more of a fiery personality. Okay. He exudes the best traits of maturity without complaints or regrets or the slowness of age. He's got a great personality. He's very good natured. He's interested in others. He's not overly intellectual. He's more passionate. He's more of a doer than a thinker. Okay. So he's a motivator. He's intensely honest. So this might be a Sagittarian. Okay. Okay. So they're saying that you can actually manifest things moving forward. Because this particular dynamic person can open the door to many possibilities in a better situation that you experienced in the past. Okay. That's really positive. I mean, I was actually expecting some bad stuff. Okay. Because eclipses are usually not great. All right. There are some things you need to keep in mind for the eclipse. All right. Here's the main one. Intuit. Use your intuition. I listen to my hunches and my feelings. Sit quietly with a trusted friend and let them ask you questions, both theirs and yours. Without censoring your words, give voice to the proverbial feeling tones that come in response. That voice is your intuition. So they want you to work on your intuition during the eclipse. One of the best things you can do is I did a whole bunch of mantras before the show. You can pick any of them that really jive with you and try doing that 108 times during the eclipse. It's like doing it 10,000 times, 108,000 times during the eclipse. Okay. It's really going to help you heal some areas that are there. This is the main thing that they're asking you to do as far as becoming more successful. Okay. You're going to need to detach a little bit. You see the snowflake there? Do not take things personally. Like a crystallizing snowflake, the coolness of emotional detachment is a natural defense against being overwhelmed by emotion. Your sense of peace and contentment is worth maintaining at all times. I'm a pro at this. I've got an Aquarian moon. Literally, if you feel like someone is disrespecting you or your boundaries or your family's boundaries, or just detach, walk away. Don't have anything to do with them and don't connect your emotional state to them. Don't take it personally because that's just them acting out and projecting on you. Okay. And then when you do that, I got the nurture card. I support and care about those. I support and protect those I care about. We all have an obligation to give our best efforts to support and protect those we care about. This tells me that there are other people in your environment that are not going to be handling the eclipse very well. Okay. We need to be a strong, powerful castle for each other so that we can each feel safe and be able to heal. So nurturing yourself, healing yourself, and then also healing and nurturing the people in and around you, okay, is really important there. I will say I am a little surprised at getting that many positive cards for an eclipse reading. I normally do not get those, but I'm excited for you. I'm going to see if there's anything else that they're trying to tell me, and then I want to see what I'm really kind of excited to see what Heather comes up with. Okay, I got one more for you. Isis. Beautiful, beautiful mother goddess, Isis, okay? Magic manifesting. So this tells me you've got some good things coming your way. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming a reality. Stay focused. This is all good stuff. Like, obviously, you're going to have to not take things personally, and there might be some personal attacks and some other things that happen, but it's looking pretty good.
Mhm.
Okay. I am excited to see what Heather has, and I'm sending you lots of love, Jessica.
Hey Jessica, I'm wondering where to start with these. Oh wow. So let's just kind of get the kind of maybe the icky one maybe out of the way. So I did get the letter card for you. And the letter can be about something or someone coming in. For me, this can feel like an email, physical mail, but or some information that came to you that was delivered to you. And it could even maybe been in a dream, who knows. But I did get the fox card and this deck, this is a cute little guy. He's all, but in traditionally the foxes, you have to watch out that there's somebody like, see this guy back here, he doesn't notice and he's just sitting here minding his own business, and there's someone, this other fox kind of lurking in the back. And so the card just wants you to remember who are the people you can trust, um and just to moving forward, to, if you have any special plans coming up, there are certain people that that you feel internally in your gut that if I tell them this, they may kind of turn it around and be negative. I had something similar to happen. And just really quick, kind of like an example where I think this might be kind of the situation is, years ago I had an idea to maybe do life coaching, and I posted it on Facebook. Wanted to share it with everybody. I was so excited. And then a young lady who is, well, not young lady, but a girl a lady's been a friend of mine for many years, kind of turned around, made a comment. Well, do you really think that's something that you would be good at? And it was just kind of like, boom, some sort of comment like that. And so that kind of like broke that energy and brought me down. And it was just kind of, so in a way, when you have like insights or things that you want to share, just be careful of who you share those with. And I think this may be actually in the past, where you had received some sort of message or email or something that, someone not so nice to you, said to you. And it says here, one of the, what I love about these cards is that they give you questions and affirmations. And the affirmation is, I will adapt to any news fate sends me. So that's what this one here. So whatever news is, you're going to accept it. You may very well already kind of know what's going on. But what's follows at the end is, I got the death card, and that's all about rebirth. Looking at this relationship or relationships, letting this past go, and you're going to be moving forward. Nothing stays, nothing, everything has to change or we stagnate. So whatever this individual was or whatever, this is all in the past. Time to move on. This may have already happened in the recent past, or this might be kind of brought to light during the eclipse. But right now, that's the only ick and of all these cards. When Michelle said house, I got the house card, and right in front of it was the clover. So good luck and money, finances, success, prosperity, all both surrounded this beautiful house. And I love just how it's under the full moon. So anything to do with home, success, finances, stability, good luck coming, great positive cards. I also went looking for the female card in here, and she was looking at the key like Lalima did.
Oh,
And so this is a great reminder too, as a collective, for everybody, that we have the key in all of us, you know, to move forward. And I was wondering, this key is kind of being held to near her heart. So wonder what she's thinking, what she's looking forward to, or wondering. And I got the ship. So whatever it is, you're kind of moving ahead. You may not quite see it yet, but things are moving forward. I'm like, well, what is she not quite seeing that's moving ahead? And then I was hearing Michelle talking about that card where, I know you said you're single, but she was seeing something maybe with a relationship. Girl, let's talk. I got the sun card, and I love this. The sun's about, shining light, feeling the warmth, the joy, the happiness. It's very similar to the tarot, the sun card and the tarot. Just success, feeling the rays, feeling the warmth, dreaming. She's dreaming. There's the water subconscious. Just beautiful card. I'm like, okay, what do we have coming? So I got the messenger, kind of a handsome dude on a horse, coming. It says here something new is about to happen, be discovered or heard. But I love the question, Jessica. What news does your heart want to hear most right now? Well, following that, I got this handsome dude, followed by gifts, surprise. And you know how you got the roses, Michelle? So, whether this might be a romantic relationship, or it could be maybe a relationship that is a friendship that might turn into that. So yes, years have been tough. So right now, I just love this. Could be, like I said, this could be a male friend that brings you a friendship, brings you gifts. It's the child card, feeling excited, looking for, waking up in the morning like on Christmas morning with her gifts. Oh my God, just a really beautiful sense of tapping into that childlike quality, um, and the beautiful flowers. And I'm interested to see how this would play out, but all these other cards. So yeah, I'll leave it at that, Jessica.
Woohoo! Yeah, you
I
can't.
just couldn't
That was
believe the
so.
cards I was getting as you were talking. I'm looking at this
I
going,
know.
"Are you kidding me? You can't make this up, people." Our favorite saying
Aw,
on YouTube.
I
So yeah.
I love that. That's great. And you guys, we are taking care of the trolls, so thank you so much for bearing with
Oh,
us.
trolls
And
be gone.
I know. So, and Miranda, thank you so much for joining us. And
Hi, Miranda.
I wanted to ask if you felt like I was currently pregnant. Okay, well, we are currently, questions are closed because we're already an hour and a half in, but I'm here every single Wednesday and Heather has shows as well.
Hmm.
So if you subscribe to both of our channels, you can keep track of the community tab and when we're going to be on. Okay, so thank you so much for joining us, and for everyone in the audience. We're all connected. This is a collective reading. So if you get anything from the other readings, then I mean that's why I
Hmm.
watch all of these shows too. So
Yep.
because there's always something that we can get from this. Okay. All right. So just to let everybody know the order. Next, we have Joyful Journey, which is Jen. We have Seth. And then we're going to head into lightning round unless someone tips. And that is going to be JR. And then we have, let's see, Leah. And then Marie. And then Gayatri. And then Amanda. And then Ron. And then Catherine. And then Claudia. And then Shem. Okay. And Gabrielle, I think you were in there too. So we're going to, that lightning round is just a couple of cards and it's going to be real quick. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and get to our tippers next. All right. So it's going to be Joyful Journey. Woohoo. I'm glad I got some cards for you. All right. Let me find your question. Does my mother have a message for me? Okay. Yes, she does. So the first message she has for you, Jen, and I got this from my James Von Prague Talking to Heaven deck. And she says, my mind is free. You know how much I worried when I was in my physical existence? It seemed as if I spent most of my days and nights feeling anxious about the future, family, money, and the earth. Now I realize that most of what I worried about was never a reality. And those things did not materialize. Okay. She goes, because fear attracted negativity. Okay. So that's one thing that she's learning on the other side. If only I could go back into my body for 5 minutes, I'd apply this new knowledge and show you that a worry-free mind creates and attracts a worry-free life. Okay. This is my greatest lessons, and I hope that I can impart it to you. Give me all of your worries, and I will transmute into heaven, and you don't have to hang on to them. Okay. So be free of worry. You found the greatest riches of them all. Okay. So she's basically saying that if you're living with any type of anxiety or worry in and around your environment, that it is an illusion. Okay. So that's what she's learning on the other side for herself. Okay. And again, that was Talking to Heaven with James Von Prague, one of my favorite decks for contacting. So the next card I got, just it slides right into this from Mom. All right. I got the Eight of Gems reversed. This is my perfectionism card, which is all about worry, right? So what she's asking you to do is you will improve your life if you focus solely on the task at hand and avoid perfectionism and worry. You can find rewards and love and friendship and all of these great things if you don't focus on the result and just not don't focus on an imbalance of resources or status or achievement because that's going to it's going to present some problems in your life. If people are overly critical or they're withholding praise, that's going to allow maybe some fear or mistrust to come in. That's controlling and it's going to stand in the way of your success. So try to stray away from this perfectionistic piece that I see coming, and that's what she's guiding you to do. And it's good to see you, Morella. She's saying hi to everyone. So this is what she's having you focus on: yourself and your career. These are the two things that they're looking at on the other side. The career is how you shine in the world, what you came here to do and learn, what you want to gain a skill in and help with the collective. And the first house, it's your body, it's how you shine. So she wants you to focus on those two things. So I asked, okay, what does she want? What does she need to focus on a little more? And she said, you might benefit from seeking out a teacher, a spiritual teacher in a modality that calls to you. And the purple really stands out to me in this card because that represents our crown chakra, our Saraswara chakra. It's at the top of the head and it connects us to the divine. So finding maybe a teacher to help you move in a direction from that. Okay. So what is going to do is I got the joy card, and this is the state of mind that she is up where she is at as well. Okay. She says that joy is a state of it's a state of the heart and the soul. And in this card, you can see that Ganesha has garlands made of aruku flowers, and they're also known as crown flowers. And he has a purple cape on. That's why I brought up the crown chakra. Okay. These eliminate negative energy from the body and the mind of a person. And it's used in Ayurvedic techniques to treat diarrhea and constipation and ulcers and things like that. So we worship Ganesha with these flowers to be free of ailments. And so that's just something that she says is bringing forward. You can also notice that the lingam is here. Okay, this is found in the sanctum of Shiva temples, and it's little private shrines that represent Shiva, and it's an emblem of generative power. Okay, so it's found. It's found within a lip structure down here, which is shown called a yoni, and it symbolizes the union of the feminine and the masculine principles in the totality of existence. Okay. So, and they're both going to a wedding. So she's telling you to be joyful. Your name is literally Joyful Journey. Okay. So I just love that I got this card for you. And she goes that joy happens when your heart and when your soul unite. It's a union to achieve expansion, to achieve greater good. That's what the lingam and the dipped saucer is. Okay. So even when your life is in flux, you can feel a deep knowing that whatever may happen is for your highest good and for that of all involved. So when you have this knowledge in you, it's going to bring about a lot of spiritual determination, even through those really difficult circumstances and those that you're currently undergoing, especially with the job situation. Okay. So you'll ultimately find your happiness, which is really good. So you've got joy coming. So through this card, I think Spirit and Mom are acknowledging that you've been under some stress, some exhaustion, and you worked it to adapt into those new patterns of behavior by releasing your old stories. And so you may not be super happy right now, but you can experience joy and knowing that you have strived through a very difficult situation. And she's urging you to realize that you came into this lifetime to undergo certain experiences to learn very specific lessons. That's why I got the teacher card. Okay. So just be really honest with yourself, Jen. Um, Allow yourself your feelings and your emotions. Remember that if your heart is feeling a little wounded, that's just healing taking place. And you're likely grappling with really deep feelings and sentiments that have been repressed in you for lifetimes. Okay. So share your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, your anxieties for those who can support you during this time. And joy will be the outcome, which I know is your main objective in life. So your energy and your inner light they're doing a shift to reveal your life's grand plan. That's why I got the first and the 10th house. Okay. Here is this is from the Art of Affirmations. Here are some things that you can bring in to this energy. I got a spirit card, Goddess of Compassion. I have faith in miracles to bless and protect me. Use this gift when life seems pointless or without hope. The realization that all things must end can sometimes make life not seem worth the effort. However, the miracles of our everyday life suggest other miracles that we are unaware of all around us. Rest assured that the goddess loves you and would not make you endure a life without meaning. So know that everything that is happening to you is for your better good, and the result will be joy. Okay. I hope that was helpful. I'm excited to see what Heather has for you. I'm sending in lots of love.
Heather and Muzzy. He decided he wanted to join the
Oh,
reading for Jen. You going to help me?
so
You be good
cute.
boy. So for anybody who doesn't know, this is one of my familiars. This is my Muzzy. It's one of
Oh,
my rescue.
baby.
And he loves the smell of Palo Santo wood. So joyful. I got, okay, you kind of mixed these cards up a little bit on me, didn't you? That's okay. I got the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is like somebody who is on their search, sometimes for like a holy grail. This is a cup of deep empathy, a person with compassion. And I asked my pendulum if this was to represent you, and I had an interesting no response. And so I asked, is this an individual that has come in, that is currently in your life? And I got a no. And I asked if this is somebody coming in to your life at some point, and I got a yes. Typically, the Knight of Cups is represented by a male, but this could be a female as well. I pulled some clarifiers on this card, and I got the High Priestess. So what's telling me is that when this person comes into your life or starts to, they may already be, but you may not necessarily feel the presence, but you're going to know there's that high priestess, that there's that divine intuition. You're going to sense it. You're going to have that wisdom. You're going to have those feelings. Listen to your intuition, my dear. Um, Now, I have cards that show Seven of Wands and Seven of Swords, that there has been some sort of people who have broken your trust, have been dishonest with you. You felt like you had to put up your boundaries, protection, like standing your ground. But what I'm seeing here is that this is hopefully that this is past, and that this Knight of Cups coming in intuitively, you're going to know is going to be like a breath of fresh air. That phrase kind of just popped into my head. Following that, the Nine of Cups. You know, that emotional happiness, success, fulfillment. And I love in this deck they use, you know, animals for the instead of people for the cards. I absolutely love that. So you have that beautiful fish, that beautiful beta, and just swimming in the sea of cups of happiness, of prosperity, of good feelings. And the last card I got from that first row is Six of Pentacles. So this person feels like this could be also very give and taking. It's going to be a very balanced relationship and or friendship. I asked for a clarifier for this, and I got the Justice card. And the Justice card too is about kind of like that vindication. Like, okay, this person is bringing some sort of balance into my life. It's showing me that, you know, there are people that are loving, that I can trust, these relationships that I can have. They're going to be balanced, or you may be going through something. I'm not sure if something to do with courts, that might have to do with justice, but it just feels like there's more of a balance. Like here, like the old Egyptian way, in balancing, you know, the heart goes into onto the urn on one side, and then the feather and your heart and stuff is weighed. And I also wanted to pull another um, clarifier on that for you, sweetheart. And I typically don't read reversals, but I did get a reversal. I got the Seven of Cups reversed. And when it's upright, it's typically about delusions, illusions, so many kind of like daydreaming. But for me, it feels like reversed. It's going to be that it's going to show you that this is not an illusion. This is not fantasy. This is not, you know, just a daydream. That whoever this Knight of Cups is, whether it's going to be a intimate relationship, a romantic, or a very good friend, And again, the knights can either be, masculine or feminine. But the high priestess card says that you're going to know, you're going to automatically start to feel like this person. Like, when the high priestess in typical decks has that book open, that book of knowledge, it feels almost kind of like Akashic too, in a way. It's like you're going to have that sense of know of who this person is, and you're going to know those feelings as you move forward. It's kind of going to click, is what I'm getting. And that's what I have for you, Mike. That's what we have for you, my dear. Say, hope you liked your reading, Joyful. Jim.
You're
Bye,
so
everybody. Good night.
precious. Oh, baby. You are making Jonathan plots behind the scenes. He loves cats so much. He had a beautiful black cat named Fluffy, and it was his chemo cat. He got him through stage 3C cancer. So, yeah, these
And the
guys,
other
they're
one
so
is sitting down
healing.
here too. I'm wondering if she's going to get jealous now and say, well, if he's been on your lap, no, I'm going to have to be on your lap. So she made me making an appearance.
So Jen says, thank you, Heather. So much potential. Looking forward to this amazing person. Awesome. Yay. All right. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who came in. Harley is here. Care Bear is here. Morella,
Harley, oh my
always good
goodness,
to see
Karen.
you. I
My peeps
know.
are coming in. My
I
gang.
know. Phantom has
As
been
we
here
like
for
to
a
say,
while.
best chatters.
Yes, all the best chatters are bringing it, and
Yes.
they're all saying hi. Oh, okay. Yeah, and we're taking care of the other stuff, guys. So just ignore them, all right? All right. So, oh, and Joyful, is he a Bombay?
Yes, he is.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what we
because he was a
think.
little small. Yeah, because
We've
Bombay is usually
researched.
around 6 or 8 pounds, usually, or
He's thick. I mean, he's a rescue, so
yeah.
he's a mix, but you can see that when we've done the research, he's Bombay,
He
and
got the round eyes too. Yeah.
he's very
Hmm.
thick. He's very panther. He's got that
Mm.
thick, sturdy body to him, and he's like 13 years old or something. So he's up
He
there,
look.
but he looks good for his
I
age.
couldn't tell. Wow, he looks fantastic.
And you're 16. Yes, you are. Oh,
And Care
she's
Bear says, "I have a tortie with a tortitude."
oh my god, that's cute. Come here. Okay.
And thank you, honey. We love
Alrighty,
having you on
she's
here.
feeling left out, so this is the other one. This is my
Oh,
Ziva.
yeah. Zima looks more like Fluffy. She's
Yeah.
beautiful.
So we get that all out of the way, so not everybody is hurt. Their feelings are hurt. Alrighty.
Oh,
Sit there and
everyone's
be good
sending
girl.
love.
Yeah.
They are. And thank you so much. That's very sweet of you guys. We really appreciate the commentary. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, oh, and Sherry's here. Thank you, Sherry. I love your
Sherry.
photo.
Oh, she's got a new picture. Wow. Pretty
Yeah.
cool, Sherry. I just said Sherry, and Siri thought I was talking to her, and my phone came on. Gotta love it.
That's awesome. Yes, we're all being watched these days with AI and tech and everything. So, all right. So, okay. Oh, and Amanda, yeah, that's higher realm. Those are spirits from higher realms around you. So there you go. That's the dream that your baby's protected. That's beautiful. Awesome, awesome. So Seth is new, so I'm actually really excited to get to know you. And he's also a Vedic astrologer. So what? I'm so
Is he
excited.
next?
Yes, he's next.
All right, Seth.
Any messages about my path in Vedic astrology? Well, I don't have your chart in front of me, but I did pull some cards for you, and this is a little more eclipsey. Okay, so I'm going to give you some tools that you can carry forward during eclipse season. Okay, Seth? The first card I got for you, and let me go ahead and flip me over. There we go. Is I got Aries. Okay, so you'll want to look at what's going on in Aries. Now I know Jupiter is there right now, and that's usually a very good thing. Okay, but take a look at what's going on in this house and what that is for you, because that's what they brought forward. This is also starting new things, projects, the spring that's just coming. And the Vedic spring, I should say, because today is the spring for the Western. So this is what I see coming your way. Okay. The first one I got the 10 of Roses reversed. Okay. You're welcome, Seth. All right. You are going to encounter some stressful conditions. Okay. Overwork and responsibilities can drain you and prevent clear thinking. Okay. So define your goals very clearly. or it will be very difficult to carry the heavy load that is on your shoulders. If you're overcommitted and your tendency may be to act in a more desperate way, okay? So it's a good time to share your burdens with people that you trust because you're expecting too much of yourself, okay? There's a pattern from your past of maybe being a little too rigid or uncompromising or controlling, and that pattern has negatively affected some of the things moving forward. So just stay in touch with those you care about, okay? Because the second card I got, I wish it was a little bit better for a clarifier, was I got the 5 of gems. This is my anxiety card. You may feel a little left out of the party, okay? This is a card that is you're learning to cope with a lot of stress and anxiety. And so developing the ability to balance your logic and your intuition is vital now. So I know that you're in Vedic astrology and things like that. A mantra practice is excellent for this. I use it all the time. I do it every morning. And they're saying, stop wasting your time worrying about what happened years ago or what might happen in the future. Okay. Obsessive thoughts can stop you from really living your life well. So too much focus on problems and not solutions can drain your energy. I think that's why I got the stress card. So take little steps when you go forward and even in the face of fear. All right. And if you're suffering from anything like panic attacks or anything like that, they can be helped with cognitive therapy and professional help. I've gone through that as well. I've got a lot of air in my charts and I just went through Sati Sati and I told you a little bit about that. Okay. Because what is going on here is I got the I got the judgment card. Okay. Now the judgment card, it's not that you're being unfairly judged or anything as crazy is going to happen. What it basically means is that they're asking you to rise above the situation. Okay, if you can see in the card, you can see that she's risen above, kind of like an eagle above the storm. One of my favorite things when I'm going through anxieties, I imagine like just kind of floating above the problem and seeing it from that Vedic perspective, and not from the earthly one, not from the human one, not from the material one. This can help you rise above any pettiness or blame or guilt and help you gain a much clearer perspective of your situation. So they're saying, don't give up. There's a time of reckoning that's going to bring an end to some things. It may even come in the form of some kind of resurrection that they're showing me. And they're saying, okay, stand up for yourself and your right to judge, but don't be politically correct about vital issues by reviewing. Okay. They're saying kindness and desire to improve will prevail, and it will lead to a resurrection of things that you thought were once dead. Okay, so it's a lot of transformation that they're showing me. So they're saying take any responsibility from any mistakes that you've made because we're all students on this path, and rebuild is what they're saying. Okay, the ending is a beginning. So they're saying you can face your past without fear at the end of this, and you may be giving up a bad habit too, out of all of this too. So they're saying rise to the occasion, avoid harsh judgments, and they're saying especially when it comes to any judgments about yourself, okay? Especially harsh ones. So I went to my Ganesha oracle because you are a Vedic astrologer and he is near and dear to us. And I got the determination card. Focus on that Mudlahara, especially during the eclipse, because you need to feel more secure in your being as you go through some of these things. The dynamics of this lifetime are very complicated because we're in Kali Yuga. So there really doesn't exist in this earthly dimension an environment that's free of trauma, blockages, and lessons, because that's what the netherworlds are for. They're the party realm. You're not in the party realm, okay? You're here to do a lot of work. So the root chakra is associated with keeping our life sustainable. So it's associated with trust, belonging, accepting. When you feel lost or insecure, you can lose some of that energy and fear takes its place. Okay. So if you're feeling that way, if it's feeling a little out of balance, try to do things that make you feel balanced. What I do in the morning is I do my yoga asanas, followed by some breathing, some meditation. We also do a mantra practice. Do things that make you feel connected. Okay. The reason I do the asanas is that it helps me maintain a connection with my body. Okay, especially when I'm doing the mantra practice. And when you do that, you can work with spirit to create a sense of feeling rooted. Okay, to lift away any heaviness that you may be feeling. You can also focus your attention on the color red or wear more red to allow yourself to feel joy and energy and creativity coming back into your life. And red symbolizes love and happiness. And I pulled that Aries card. And as you know, red is Mars's color. So just remain positive, remain open to possibilities. Doing this will really strengthen your root chakra and create more stability and inner strength as you go through all of this. And then the final card I got for you is from the Art of Affirmations, and it's I am energy. And I love the imagery of this card because they have stars above them, and they're holding a beautiful blue butterfly. So it's this transformation, but you have knowledge of the stars and of the moon and of the planets. And see, there's the moon, there's the stars, and there are the planets. Okay. So it says, we are all made of the same energy, an ancient spiritual truth rediscovered by modern science. I breathe in the pure energy that powers the stars. That's Jyotish. I am filled with the primal power that brings everything into being. I breathe out obstacles to my energy's flow. So the stress, the anxiety, the stuff, it's, oh, you just bought a red car to replace a stolen car. Okay, that would be some anxiety there, and would cause some issues there. And I'm glad that you're doing Ganesha mantras and as well as Shiva mantras. Those are great. I have a really long one that you might like too. It's fantastic. So, yeah, I really, oh, Ketu's been brutal. I'm in Saturn Ketu right now, so I'm right with you. And mine is a Bukta Mula. I know you know what that means. So that was great advice for you. Stay grounded, and I'm really excited to see what Heather has for you. Thank you for joining us, Seth.
Hi, Seth. I don't have a lot of familiarity with Vedic astrology, but I have some very interesting cards, and I just love how Michelle had that card with the blue, the stars, the moon, and the butterflies. I have blue, I have the moon, I have the stars, and I have butterflies
Yay!
as one of my cards. I'm just like, yep, there we go. Um, so the overall energy is electricity, wildness. This feels like this is something that just really taps into your soul, or you just, it's that lightning, the electricity. It's how do I put this into words? It's what gets you started. It's your catalyst. You're just really revved up. You're excited. This is just something that lights up your being, that makes you feel like you want to tap into that energy. You want to explore it. I don't know if this might have been like somebody recently or within um, I don't know how you got interested into the Vedic, but it just felt like lightning just coming down, like that shot of lightning, and it just woke you up. You're like, wow, what is this? And it opened up that sense of wildness and passion and excitement. So just really beautiful, well, overall energy, Seth. So the first initial cards I got is desert, and it's called solitariness. So for right now, it feels like you might be taking time for yourself. It gives me a focus. There you go. Desert, solitary, and it's just beautiful how she's sitting on her swing and she's by herself. There's some birds, there's messengers around, but she's connecting with herself. And I love that the desert is like a fire element. There's the passion, connecting with the passion, and that beautiful light yellow. That again, your solar plexus, our place of power, where we sit and we feel and we set our boundaries, and where we know where we are in our world. I don't know where that came from, but those were the words that just came to mind. The next card I have is air, and it's motion, and I love how the horses are just through the clouds. I love the desert. Me too. I used to live in Arizona for a while. I lived up in Flagstaff, so yeah, I miss the desert. But the motion, the air, I just love it, and it's not in a turbulent way. It's just the air, but also just wanting to put this out there, getting outside, getting some more fresh air into your lungs as well. Being in touch with the earth, not just the sky and the stars, but the earth as well, because the earth, your home, is also a part of this beautiful astrology that you are learning. So these are the messages that are coming through. And the last card, and kind of why I want to say too, getting outside and getting some fresh air too, is I have life and breath. But for me, really, Seth, this just feels like this is your breath of life. This is what gives you life. This is what gets you up, in the morning, like the desert card. You hear the birds, you see the sun coming up, you're at peace, you're in stillness. This is what, is one of those beautiful things that gets you up and going in the morning. Um, Now at the bottom cards, the next ones that started coming out were the ones where there's some acceptance. Something needs to come into play here. I got the acceptance card. This is possibly like the exchanging of ideas, but also the connecting of polarities. I don't know if there's like a slight imbalance or things that are going on in your life that that you need to have acceptance for. Okay, I'm not getting anything. It's just this, there's a polarity. This says you know what this is. There's like a give and take. This may be internal. I'm feeling this might be internal. But the next card I have is the will card. And I did grab my book because the will can be about like being willful or or willingness. Kind of like, are you being headstrong about something? That could be the polarity that's keeping you forward from moving with something, or this could be an outside influence that is also, I need to press more. So I see the word prana, so I mean that's life energy, right? Meditation.
Pranayama.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
So, and again, too, right there, she has that, that could be speaking into that as well, speaking into existence, putting your will into what it is that you want to create. But I did grab my books. I felt like I needed to read something to you. And one of the key phrases in for this card is, I have the will to make the changes I need. And there's where it comes with the acceptance, this polarity. So, whatever this is, there are changes that need to be made for you to fully follow through with connecting to this. For me, it's just not astrology, it's not a study, but it seems like it's an important way. It's a way of life. It's, it's the study of life. It's the study of how we interact with nature, with the universe, where we're from. So this is a more, not just a study, but it's a very spiritual, it's like a spirituality I'm feeling for you. I did get solidity, inner core. So yes, when Michelle was saying about getting grounded, making sure that you stay grounded, and properly, again, getting grounded. You were saying you're breathing. There's a lot of confusion and fear. Okay, got to work through that. It says here you possess free will, which means you should focus on yourself first and avoid placing your will over another's. So this could be another person or allowing that fear to take over you. So this is kind of like a double meaning card here with that will card. Um, I just want to make sure that I'm not missing something else that might jump out that might you would need. To use our will productively, we should assess what we really want and make sure this is what we want to reach for. So there, letting go of that fear, getting that polarity balanced, accepting, and then moving forward. It's beautiful, Seth. Just have faith. Getting grounded, and there you are, getting grounded. There's the moon, there's your stars, and just really tapping in and connecting into that. And I hope that helps. Thank you for letting me read for
Those
you.
those cards are gorgeous. I love them. The woman surrounded by the moons and all this. That's gorgeous, Heather. Thank
It's two
you.
decks that I combined together. They're both by Stacy DeMarco. One is Queen of the Moon Oracle, and the other one is the Elemental. And I just, instead of grabbing, I just decided to put them all together and shuffle them together. So it's like one
Oh, I
big pack.
love that. I love that.
They
Yeah,
go
I
hand in
keep
hand. Mm-hmm.
I keep what's called a moon journal, and I mark the nakshatra for every day. And there are friendly nakshatras, there are unfriendly nakshatras, and there are neutral nakshatras. And so it kind of lets me know what kind of day I can expect emotionally ahead. So
And the
that's good
polarity.
advice for everyone. Yes, exactly,
Exactly.
exactly.
So
Like,
learning how to understand that polarity and how to work with it and not
mhm,
letting that fear, because we have to have the fear, because if we don't have the fear, then we don't have, you know what I
we
mean?
don't have the
It's
growth.
that
Mhm.
balance. Exactly.
Exactly. Like, so when I know the moon is in Mula, I know it's going to be a rougher day than when the moon is in Danishta, which are two different nakshatras or lunar cycles. And so, yeah, that's what I do. And if you've ever studied the Nadi nakshatra, Seth, I know you said you did Western, but based on our conversations, you know a lot about Vedic. You want to look at the if you know anything about the Nadi nakshatras, that can really help you with that. I've been thinking about doing a moon journal for people based on that, but yeah. So thank you so much for, oh, your Vishaka. Okay, very cool. So that's are you Libra or Scorpio? I'm curious. Anyways, okay, so we got to go on, but it's so nice to meet you. I totally nerd out when
Yes.
I find out another astrologer and they actually speak astrology back to me because I'm just like, wait, what?
You speak
So
my language. Yes.
yes. Oh, 12th house moon. Okay, so whew, that's a lot of hidden stuff, but it's also a moksha house. So yeah, you've got a lot of stuff to work through for sure. And then thank you so much for sharing all of that, Sherry. You are so sweet. Yeah. So I made her logo. So she's just being very sweet.
Oh,
Yeah.
very
And
good.
Harley, thank you so much. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm taking a lot of art classes and Sherry
Sweet.
was my muse. So I enjoyed doing that for you, honey. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and and your Scorpio Lagna. Very cool. That's where my moon goes in my Navamsha. So we're
My
going to do
daddy is a
lightning round.
Scorpio.
How are we doing, Heather, as far as energy goes?
I'm good. So for
Okay,
energy round, it's like two cards, right? Or
two
one card.
cards. That's
Oh, okay,
exactly what
two.
I picked. One or two. If the one tells you the message, then that's all that's needed.
Okay.
So I need everyone to check in. We have JR, we have Leah, we have Marie Nautini, we have Gayatri, we have Amanda, aka Twisted Sushi, we have Ron, we have Catherine, we have Claudia, we have Shem, and we have Gabriel. So if you're here, please let us know. Oh, great, Amanda. Yeah, Bluefish Astrology. I'll look that up. So, oh, we love you, honey. All right.
Okay.
So JR is here. Okay, I'll take JR's.
Oh,
And
okay.
Leah is here. So you want to take Leah?
Leah. Okay.
All right. Okay. So if anyone else is here, please let us know and we will get to your question. So, JR, can I get a reading on my friend who passed away? Okay, JR. I got the Uranus card for you. So I don't know if the friend this is my lightning card. This is unexpected events. This is like a sudden event that happened. Okay. Um, it stirred up a situation. It caused some stuff, but basically this is unexpected stuff. So this is what they're passing on. I don't know if this has to do with their death or that they're having you step into something. So I asked my Whispers of Ganesh Oracle, and they would like you to meditate a little more. Okay, because when we get out of these human bodies, we kind of find what's really kind of what we really need to focus on a little bit more. And so they're encouraging you to do some inner work while you're here on the earth plane. Okay, JR? Within each of us lies an intuitive knowing, and that motivation and ideas are present there. But there's this untapped space within us, and that's where the spark of the divine is waiting very patiently for us to tune in and retrieve guidance. So basically, get out of your own way, spend some more time in meditation because you're going through a time of soul searching. Okay. You're in a phase of introspection, is what that means. And you're drawing your attention and focus inward, and you're looking for guidance within. When you start to do that, you start to hit the heavenly realms. Okay. Those 7 levels of heaven. Okay. You have a strong need to understand not just things on a surface level. And you can, when you do this, you're going to be able to see why things are unfolding in the manner which they are. You're going to heighten your perspective a little bit. So you have access to this inner knowing, this truth, and the acceptance that you seek is within you. So take this time to step back from your day to day life. The best time to do this is during the eclipse and contemplate your motives, your personal principles, your values. You can do any of the mantras I shared at the beginning of the video. And just see this as a time of meditation, self assessment, consideration, because they're going to give you an opportunity to reevaluate your direction a little bit because there's a personal goal that's waiting for you. Okay, so your priorities may shift as you develop this deeper perspective, but take this opportunity for much needed alone time, especially during the eclipse. Okay, sending you lots of love, and I hope you have a wonderful week ahead.
Hi, Leah. So I pulled two cards for my Lenormand, and the first card that came out is the snake. Watch out. There is somebody who is hiding behind falsivity. The snake card is about toxicity. Someone not watch out something, or someone's going to basically bite you in the backside. So I don't know if you are aware of this person. I'm feeling that maybe you do because I also got the book, and the book is about wisdom. I was also looking at the book, and the book says this might be also somebody that in your periphery, in your directory, but it just feels like this person's name. You've written it down, you've sent something. I don't know if you've journaled this, or the book could also, represent, again, because of this being the day and age of electronics, or technology. This could be somebody that is a friend of yours on, or pretends to be on your Facebook. It's a collection, but that wisdom is there. Your inner compass. I think you probably know who this is. That this book has an inner compass on it. That that snake is just facing that book. There's somebody in your contacts, or that you have written about, or in your periphery, that is not a good person.
Mm,
Maybe giving you bad knowledge or bad information.
mm.
So just be aware of that. Nothing to scare you, but just know. I've got a feeling a lot of times when these kind of cards come up with people, we already kind of have an inkling about them, and that's when we start tapping into our wisdom and our intuition. So that's what I have for you.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Heather. And I'm sending you lots of love, Leah, as you go through
Yeah,
that. Oh my goodness. So I went ahead and looked, and Marie is here. And the next person in line that is here is Ron. Would you mind taking Ron?
sure.
Awesome. I will take Marie. All right, Marie. So they want you to start a spiritual practice. Just to give you an idea, in the morning, what I do is I do what's called the sunrise exercises. First thing I get up, and it's yoga asanas, and that helps me connect with my body. Drink a bunch of water just to kind of get grounded a little bit. Go to the bathroom, do all that kind of stuff, and do my yoga asanas, and then uh, then I can get into a mantra and a breathing practice. I usually combine incense and things like that. And what that does, and then I read a little bit of either the Gita, the Ramayana, or a parable from Sivananda or something like that to kind of get myself in the right headspace for the day. What your guides are asking you to do is step into a spiritual practice that starts at the beginning of your day and another one that ends your day. And what that's going to do is help ground you through all of this, because you're going to be stepping into a period where you're going to need a lot of courage. Okay.
Mm.
Now, the root word for courage is cœur, and that's the French word for heart. Okay. So courage comes from within your heart, and it's an inner strength that's guided by love, and it seeks truth and it seeks justice. So that's why I think your guides are saying, tap into us. We can help you with some of the stuff that's coming forward. They're urging you to let your guard down and stop wearing a mask. Begin to have more respect for yourself as well as others, and beware of making any harsh judgments about yourself or others. Okay. When you come from your heart, you're going to be able to much better relate with others, and your innate gifts will be able to shine through. Okay. So you're capable of leadership and achievement and inspiring others to succeed. And you're saying this could be all done through your own success, but you have to step into this piece here. Okay. So this is a sign that your ability to cooperate and thrive and peer ventures with like-minded individuals will be heightened. Okay, when after you step into this spiritual practice, be willing to do what is needed for things to run smoothly for you, and promise. Okay, what are you promising? Spirit is promising success if you're willing to let down your walls. Okay, so you can see Ganesha is seated here on a powerful lion. It's inherited from his mother Parvati. She's a beautiful goddess. She comes in many different forms, including Kali, which was one of my favorites. But the lion represents the very fierce nature of Ganesha. So your guides are calling on you to trust that more fearless part of your being and own your inner lion. Okay, so because that's going to invite them to work with you and vice versa, and you can be valiant in harnessing your heart's courage. Okay, so that's the main thing I see coming for you. I'm sending you lots of love as you work through this, and know that they've got your back. Okay, hi Kaylee.
Yeah.
All right, so let me get the next question, and then yeah, if anyone is still here, please check in. Thank you, thank you.
Oh, see, Ron, I didn't see what your question was. I just was told pick up my Lenormand's shuffle top and bottom. So let me just see what this says here. Am I not too late? Can you ask my guides what I can do to get my abilities back? Okay. Alrighty. So Ron, the first card I got for you is the clock. Time. Um, we all know that time is really not necessarily linear. The past is always present and the future seems to be present. It's that that moment where we realize the most important part of the time is being in the present moment, just being. And so I have the time card, and it's interesting because then the card that I got was the tree, the world tree. So for me, again, like earlier, the tree represents different aspects to my from myself. The tree, in the decks typically represent health, and so in this could be you needing to get grounded and connecting, like the world tree. Making sure that it's going to take time, but if you use your time wisely and connect and get grounded properly, see that beautiful rainbow that comes through the Kabbalah there? And the Kabbalah is also another form, the tree of life, connecting with our chakras and um, different planes of spiritual beings, understanding dimensions, and kind of like the alchemical process. This was something that was, studied also by alchemists, taking that base core element and working with it. And it wasn't to necessarily turn it to gold, but to turn it into enlightenment. So getting grounded, making sure that too. And for me, trees are about health as well. Making sure that if you want to get abilities back, that we are eating as and health, we're drinking and eating as clean and healthy as possible, making sure we get plenty of sleep. Hydrate is so important, and just really minding what we are putting in our bodies. And something just jumped into my head that says I like need to share is like too, when we consume maybe alcohol, or if we I know that marijuana stuff is very popular now, and a lot of people are able to purchase it. And I'm not saying that people who shouldn't do it, but when we need to be mindful of like these mind altering drugs. Let's put that. Yes, it's Mother Earth. It's there to help us heal. Totally get it. But to be mindful, not just eating or drinking, but what we're inhaling or ingesting as well. Just making sure that we're coming from a pure place, because when you see the rainbow that's coming through the white light, that pure prism, and we want to make sure that our energy is good. It's in a good place. We're doing it for the right reasons. We have our protections around us. Again, just being very grounded. Give yourself time, be present in the moment, and trust that, asking your guides, showing you ways of how you can improve your connection to spirit. But that was very soundly getting grounded and getting, solid in your core, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm learning how to tap back into things that I lost as a kid because of, unfortunate paranormal experiences that I grew up as a child that were negative. So for some of us, we'll be a little bit of a late bloomer, but just having that trust and that faith and getting grounded. And that's my message for Ron.
Oh, thank you so much, Ron. And that was a beautiful reading, Heather. I tapped into a reverse Three of Cups energy, if that makes any sense too. So just spending more time on the inside. And I did get, you mentioned marijuana. There are strains that do not alter the mind, that can help you relax.
Yes,
Just
that's
for
what I was
entertainment
saying.
purposes only, I
Mm-hmm.
take what's
No,
called CBN and CBD. And I also use
CBD.
CBD on my shoulder if it's injured, as well as, and I ingest it for anxiety. Now, again, for entertainment purposes only, talk to your doctor, but I find
Mm-hmm.
it to be helpful. Did that with a little bit of tea at night. Like there's all different types of teas that you can get. There's
Yes, we're all
chamomile and
different.
mint and things like
Mm-hmm.
that. Um, so lost everything after depression kicked in 16 years back. Okay. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
those things
I
can
hear you,
help
Ron.
with some of that stuff. Okay. So we're sending you lots of love there.
And really
Okay.
quick, Michelle, it's not me coming from a judgmental place at
Yeah.
all. I've just had
Hmm.
many teachers, and I recently learned that, if we, I know a lot of these medicines help people on the spiritual practice, but
Hmm.
for a lot of times it kind of depletes our energy as well. And I love how you were able to recommend. So this is not me judging. This is just
Yes.
me putting information that kind of came into my head that, again, no judgment. That's
Oh,
just wanted to
yeah. We
make
all
sure.
come from a place of love. And that was a very loving
Yes.
message. Yes, of
Okay.
course.
Just want to make
And then
sure.
Seth, that is, yeah, Parashara's Light is also a really good software too, if you guys are looking for software. My favorite, it's not free, but it's amazing, is Sri Jyotish Star. So All right. Just putting that in there. Okay. And Ron says, thank you for the assistance. You're welcome, honey.
You're welcome.
All right. So we are looking for Arcana is here. Arcana, Jonathan could not find your question. So if you could retype it in, we didn't see it. And then I'm not seeing Gayatri, Amanda, Twisted Sushi, also Quantum Love for All, Catherine Johnson, Claudia, Shem, or Gabriel. If you're here, please let us know. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and move on because it's already been 2 hours and 19 minutes. So, yeah. So, Arcana, yes, I see you're here. If you could ask your question really quick, I did pull a couple of cards for you, and then we're going to go ahead and move forward unless someone checks in, okay?
Oh, Amanda's here. Do you want me to take Amanda?
Oh, sure. All right. So,
Yeah, I just saw
Arcana, what is
Twisted Sushi.
Srinivasan Rao's now to action for me in March and April? Okay, I got that things are going to be a little blocked in March and April for them. Okay, because I got the Saturn and then I got the first and the seventh house. So there's going to be something there's going to be a block regarding the relationship. Okay, this is your way through it. Just real quick, I am on a journey. Okay, and you can see the beautiful beautiful parasol walking through a garden there. Every step of life's journey is an important adventure. Breathe in the pleasure of increased awareness that accompanies my travels. I am filled with infinite energy that animates my life and everything around me. I breathe out fear of newness. So there's something new coming your way, maybe a journey. And then I got the dream card. When we awaken to our ability to create our own reality, all our dreams are possible. I breathe in the manifestation of my hopes and wishes. I am filled with the knowledge that my dreams can come true. And I breathe out doubt and despair. There's a lot of doubt and despair in this area. They're asking you to breathe that out and trust in the source, okay? Because they have your best intentions for you. So even though that Saturn is going to be blocking these areas, the fourth house, which is our home and our family, and then our seventh house, which represents our relationships, just know that it's for your higher good. Okay. And I'm sending you lots of love there. All right. So Twisted Sushi. There you go.
I just want to get a card because she had to put down one of her fur babies, and I just want a little bit of a clarifier for these two.
Yeah. Yeah. Is this your hunting dog, Amanda, that we saw on Facebook? Very cute. Love it was a yellow lab.
Mm.
You're welcome, Arcana.
Oh, okay. I'll put it in this way. So Amanda, I have the magnifying glass. And what I'm getting is you don't have to look far for me. I'm always there. I did get the cross, and I think this is because to let you know, Mommy, it was my time to go. I was suffering, I was hurting, because that's what the cross represents in the Lenormand is pain, suffering, time to let go. But you don't have to look very far. I am right here with you. It's okay if I just pull one more from
Of
here,
course,
see if I can get
yes.
one. Because I don't think really a card in there that could help with a fur baby question. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Sweetheart, he knows you're crying.
Aww.
But look at this, honey. The soul, passion. He's in soul now. He's with you. He's running around. He's chasing the butterflies. He knows you're crying. But he's there for you. Let me just see what's the bottom on the deck. Wind of change. It was time to change. It's a change. Things are moving, but just know that he's there with you, hon. And he's not suffering anymore. I know that's the hardest thing for us for babies, mamas. Us for I call us for mamas. And parents is that guilt. You know, but I love how that little clarifier was. She's like, don't have to look far. I'm right here. You saw what was going on, and you took care of it to keep him from suffering. But he says you don't have to look far. I'm right here.
There you go. And then he
Yeah.
sent you a little message on staying grounded as you go through the grief. Okay, sweetie? When life overwhelms us, it's time to get outside and touch the earth and ground ourselves, reestablishing our essential unity with nature. I breathe in the comfort of Mother Earth. I am filled with connection to the Earth's center. I breathe out anxiety. And just to let you know, animals have chakra systems too, and they can rise up just like we do. All right.
Yeah.
He died recently. If it was before, but I'm guessing that in the last month,
This
he went
morning.
out on the North Path. He's headed for the heavenly realms. Okay. So he is in a better place where he is leveling up.
And I just
Okay.
realized too, her picture's an eye, and here's the eye, and she's crying.
Yeah.
But the butterflies too about transformation. He's just in spirit, sweetie. He's with you. You don't have to look far. He's still there with you.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, thank you all so much. And thank you so much for joining us. And we're sending you tons of love, Amanda. And you're getting tons
yeah.
of love in the chat. Best chatters, thank you for bringing it and for
Mm-hmm.
comforting everyone, giving them
Mm-hmm.
encouragement. We really appreciate you. So, all right. So before we head out, is there anything that you have going on regarding shows, Heather?
I might do a pop up tomorrow, depending on how I feel. My Tuesdays and my Thursdays I kind of keep open in case I want to do a pop up. I did one last night for the young man who's missing in Tennessee. Still
Hmm.
sending so much love to his family and his friends and the people who are going out there trying to find him. So I hope he's found and brought home soon. Um, Friday, I do have Allison and I, our regular Friday night psychic show. And Stephen and Carol, oh, wait a minute. Carolyn and Peter Booker are joining Allison and I again. And so it's going to be a night of probably paranormal stories, sharing insights, dreams. Carolyn and Peter are a lot of fun. Peter's from England, and Carolyn met him over there, and they were part of some of the ghost haunting shows and
Oh,
groups that were over there, and now they're here. And then last time they were with Allison and I, they were answering questions in chat. We were having great conversations and story sharing in chat, and it was just a blast. And Allison and I wanted them back. Everybody in chat wanted them back. So Peter and Carolyn are going to be back this Friday at 8 p.m. So, and then Sunday I have my poetry with Jeff Bailey, Tarot Ask Backwards at 8 o'clock as well. So, yep, that's what
oh,
I got
that's
coming up.
great.
Yep.
Yeah, people are already commenting about the poetry night and things like that. So, yes,
Mm-hmm.
awesome, awesome. Well,
Yes.
as you guys know, I'm on every other week with Marina. That's on Tuesdays. It's at 6 o'clock Pacific. We were all just on yesterday, and then I just have the Wednesday show every single week. I'm here, so it's at 4 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock Central, and 7 o'clock Eastern. I've been doing it for over 2 years, going on almost three, and I'm really excited. So
Wow.
thank you so much for oh, and Seth says he's excited to see your poetry. Awesome.
Yes.
So
And
yeah, so
Ramon
thank you
joins us
for
from time to time. Kaylee has joined us from time to time. So we have lots of
mhm.
wonderful poets.
Kaylee is a
Karen,
gem.
Care Bear, Bard of Cards, she just shared one of her poems on her channel that she
Mhm.
just renamed. So go out, check out her poetry. She's very good as well. We have an amazing community.
We
We
do. We
really
do.
do.
And we love having you guys all in the chat and just hanging out with us. This wouldn't be with this without you. So thank
No,
you
I
so much
wouldn't.
for
Thank
sharing
you.
energy. And before you guys go, if you haven't
Hmm.
already, please like and subscribe to Heather's channel. It's Soul Alchemy
Thank you.
Indigo Jaguar. All of her links are in the description. And
And
if
I'm
you go
over
to her,
800.
yay, let's get it to
Yep.
1,000 guys. Okay.
Yes, that
So
would be awesome.
yeah, we
Yeah.
want her monetized for sure.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
yeah, definitely click on those links. She's also available for private readings if you want
Hmm.
something a little more in depth. And like I said at the beginning of the show, she's also a very talented artist
Yes. And
and
all my
yeah, and a
pieces
painter.
are for sale.
Yes.
Direct message me and we can talk.
Sounds great. All
Yes.
right. And thank you for staying so long, Amanda. We're sending you tons of
Yes.
love. And thank you for
Yes.
joining us, Seth. And we're sending everyone tons of love in the audience. And yeah, just please subscribe and click on our community tabs and you can see what's going on. So we're sending you lots
Right.
of love. Take care,
Yep.
everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Bye.